Last time on Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. As the sun rose this morning, downtown Peyton City found itself overrun by strange cloth creatures, destroying property, weaving large thread nets between buildings, and causing chaos all around the financial district.
We need to get to him and stop him before he achieves this godhood he seeks.
I haven't even seen it yet.
I was saying, you should probably look at it.
Yeah.
The sergeant that's in charge there comes up and goes, "Hey, you guys going in there?"
That's the hero.
Yeah.
Talk to the hero.
Comes and addresses you.
Yeah.
It's like, "Are you going in there? That big building?"
Yeah,
All
I
right.
am.
Well,
Who's going with me?
We'll follow you, fearless leader.
We'll cordon off this. We'll cordon off this area. We'll make sure nothing comes in after you. All right, welcome back, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to our post-penultimate session. I forgot to say penultimate last time, and I wanted to say it, so.
It's a good word.
Previously on the penultimate issue.
Program.
Take
There we
it.
go.
Previously in the penultimate program.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of words that start with P, points, specifically hero points.
Hero points.
We got 5 of them.
Let's do it, yeah.
So think about things that happened last session that you can pull into this session.
Starting off strong. All right. So when last we left, you just fought your way through a bunch of bagmen. You fought a stitched and bound version of a foe that you had fought before, but to the best of his knowledge, he had not fought you before because of time
That didn't happen,
shenanigans.
right.
Yeah.
Not in this timeline, chump.
Yeah. And you managed to secure the area. So you now stand in front of what is formerly the Callum building and is instead now covered in stitched up nonsense fabric.
I go home.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I feel like you did a really good
Yeah,
job.
that was
Yeah.
a really rough fight.
Yeah, we did a great
food sounds
You
great.
all high five,
Yeah.
I could eat.
freeze frame, and credits.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Oh man, what a nice time.
Is there any, and
What do you want to name this issue?
Oh,
all right, joke's over. Yes. So, what would you like to do?
well.
How would you like to allot your hero points? How did you do that?
I did
who
1,
got
2,
what?
2.
1, 2, 2,
Yeah, I did 2 and 3.
2, 3.
The 2-3 spread is classic.
Yeah, the
4,
2,
1.
2, 3.
Yeah, I
2.
thought you
Ooh,
might.
Yeah,
I
I
thought you
thought
might.
about
going for the
Good
4-1.
The 4-1. Just that.
And that's it. Yeah.
It's the 4-1.
You got the 4-1.
It's the same.
I like saying
Right.
the 4-1 as if there's another thing coming.
Yeah.
So
It's
there's
the 4-1.
it's the 4-1.
It's the 4-1.
What about you? What'd you do, kid?
I
Yeah,
would
and you
say
should all be at
it's
full
a
health because Sugar Skull healed you up before it.
Not only
she gave
should
her
we be
last
at full
energy
health,
to help you.
but we are.
Yeah.
Did she die?
No.
Yeah.
Did she gave us her
She's
last
not
energy.
dead.
She's
No,
like,
she's
you
not dead.
guys are about to
Breath,
go into the
she
clock
said.
tower here. Like, we're fine. You don't have to. Okay, that was
It
unnecessary.
wasn't that bad.
How do they have
Is it
3?
called the cloth tower?
That's what I've been
not.
calling
That's a
it.
good name.
It's
I
not.
thank
The
you.
clock tower
what I
instead of
will-
the clock
You'll know
tower. I
once you
love
walk
it.
in.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Suddenly the name will come to us. We're like, oh, that's what it's called.
It says it on the
Clearly,
wall. Have you ever been in a building? All
Right.
the buildings say on the wall what the
Right.
name of the building
And
is.
like when they stitched up this building in the club, they stitched the new name on the
Well, of
site.
course,
Obviously.
yeah.
No,
Naturally.
obviously. They did.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't even know why we're talking
You
about
can call it
this.
the clock tower for as long as you want.
I will. Give me a reason to want to call it something else.
I will.
Okay.
How? You're already
But not for a
fighting with the
little
GM.
I'm not fighting.
Oh, it feels
We're a collaborative
kinda
team.
fightsy.
Yeah, this is collaboration.
Yeah.
This is how that works.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's,
Have you ever
it
listened to
looks
the
a
letters
lot
page?
like fighting.
It looks a lot like
fighting.
Have you taken your turn? Is that what that's down there for?
No, we just hadn't started anything. I didn't know if which.
I mean, you're
where-
still in
I think
costume.
you're still in
definitely in
costume.
costume.
Wait,
Yeah.
No
Well,
time
I
has
didn't
passed.
know.
Yeah, no time has
hadn't
passed. You
established
stand at the
anything.
entrance to
You're
this
like,
building.
done taking off
You
the
stand at
mask.
the door and knock.
Hello.
Just walk over to the front door and say Mel on, right?
Yes, right.
Opens up.
Yeah, so the front
Melon?
door is actually missing. There's just like
Oh.
a hole in the front of the building. It's like a it looks like an arch has been formed, sort of like this.
I walk in.
It
Is
comes
it
to a point.
good-looking arch?
Yeah.
You all are you all walking in
Yeah, we
together?
already told the
Okay.
before, so I'll-
Yeah. We can't lie to the cops. If you tell the cops you're going to do something, you have to do that.
You
thing.
have to do that thing.
is
I
the
can
law.
lie to
Yeah.
the cops, but
Right.
No.
But you got to take a special.
Right.
Is there
If you,
anything
you
we
get
can
overcome the
you
odds?
get, you get
I've
pulled
got
over.
stealth.
You're
Is there
on the
any
way.
additional information from them that they can give us about, like,
The police.
yeah, just tactically or what's going, like,
So you have more information than them.
Right. I say, I know,
realistically,
I'm the only one
yeah.
here that's been inside the tower,
Right.
in a sense.
Yeah.
right?
But no one else knows anything about it.
So you walk in, and you can see upward infinitely.
27
Yeah,
stories.
it's 27 stories upwards. So it's dark by the time like it reaches the top. You can't see the ceiling.
So all the floors are gone.
Yes, all the floors are gone. Yeah, except the one at the bottom.
Okay.
You can
is it
stand
clear
on
that
that.
they've been removed?
Yes. Yeah.
Like
so
it looks beat
you,
up?
you walk in here, and the structure is completely stripped. It looks like it has a stripped structure, and there are the strings of fate just draped everywhere.
Are they gold or are they red?
There's some gold in these ones also.
Or any black.
There are no black ones. No, these ones, the red ones look normal, but there are some shimmery gold ones. And the other thing that's happening here is there are a lot of temporal irregularities. So there are portions of the building that look like they're fluctuating in and out of time. Like, so pieces of the floor will sometimes appear and then disappear. A little bit of a staircase like comes into view, and then
If you're in the middle of it when it comes into view a little bit,
Let's
do
not
you
find
die?
out.
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, but there is no clear way up to the top.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to know the name of the building.
It should be right there on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I
It's right there on the wall. Now, the building is the Cathedral of Fate.
Ah,
Yes.
good.
AKA the clock.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I pay a lot of attention to building science when I walk in.
Yeah, there is a wholly unsettling effect about the whole thing.
Unholy unsettling.
Yeah.
No, wholly unsettling.
Okay.
Yeah.
An unholy settling effect.
I am going to try and use my vines to climb up the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems
it.
like, so like
Right.
that's an overcome, I imagine?
Yeah,
I-
and you're not going to be able to get up the entire thing in one overcome.
No.
But-
like that's my,
Maybe do a landing that may or may not be there in a minute.
that's what I was thinking is I could do something like that, or I could just like get up to a certain point and see if I can hold on, like, and then from there, spend a few turns trying to get to the top or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta hold on.
Yeah. What?
Never mind.
Just do it.
Go for
Okay.
it.
So
Do it.
plants. I'm gonna go with leadership because I'm the first one doing it. Like I'm just like,
There you
yep,
go.
let's get
good.
this going. And then I also have a D6 because I have my full health. Ugh.
I mean, we can fix that.
My mid is a 6.
6. Okay. Yeah. So you grow some vines up.
I was like, do you have any boost to that? Surely it's not just
I
a
know,
6.
right?
You've got to have something we
Something.
add to it.
I'm greedy.
Where's that
don't
pile of
understand.
numbers that was just on
Here's
the table?
a +5. What?
That's greedy.
Yeah, so you grow your vine up and you're able to climb up a few floors. Do you have a twist in mind of something that can happen to you?
So my personal twists I don't think are super great for it. Although there is something where it says like, what did you make a detour to observe and sample for a later experiment because of
okay.
my
sounds
principle of the
scientific,
lab. So that
yeah.
that actually might work because there's a lot going on here. So I
Yeah.
wonder if I am like fixated on like it's coming in and out of focus. What happens if I put my hand in it? Because that's the thing that I.
Are you going
mean,
to
you've done
stick
it
your
before.
hand into a temporal anomaly?
Yeah.
She rolled a 3, a 6, and a 12 for the record.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. So you put your hand into a temporal anomaly. You
Yeah, I do that.
you come out. You get sucked all the way into it.
Ooh.
Okay. And then you get spit out of one about 10 floors up.
Hey.
And then you fall from there. And you land 2 floors higher than you just were
Seems good, seems good.
on a temporary floor. You take 12 damage for doing that because that was your max die.
Okay.
But
But hey, now you're in the yellow zone.
Bonus.
You like those better dice.
You're 2 floors up from where you were.
Yeah.
you're
I
two
think that's a
floors
win.
higher. Yeah.
2 floors for 12 hit points. How many floors? 27? We're going to be 5. Wait,
That'd be great.
let me do the quick math on that. Carry the 1. That's all my blood.
All of it, yes.
Oh yeah, I am very solidly in the yellow.
Nice.
I'm bad at math, but I'm pretty sure that
Good
that's
job.
right.
That's rough.
That is incorrect.
That is incorrect.
You wrote down the number.
I wrote down.
Yep.
It's 15.
Yes, that's correct.
But I'm solidly in that yellow.
Who goes next?
Got a
Who's
better
next?
die.
Are we going in initiative order? Do you want us to be passing?
We're going to go initiative where it's just going to be simpler.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree entirely.
Yep.
Yep.
You go next.
Okay, great. So I'm looking up this tower and I see some of the threads that are golden threads up there.
Yeah.
And are they gold? Are they particularly higher up, or are they just like?
They're kind of all over. There's none. There's no. It doesn't seem like there is intentional distribution to them.
Sure. Great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, well, I guess this is where we're going with this. This is it's time, and I use my needle to cut a rend in reality and teleport, stepping through to as high up as I can go.
Okay.
Ideally, I'm trying to teleport just to the top, but
Why don't
You know
you?
where the top is.
Yeah.
right, I've been there, so I'm just like, well, fine, I can fold space
Why
and
don't
step
you
into it.
roll an overcome?
I
for
think
that?
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is fantastic. So I use teleportation. I use insight.
Because you can
I'm
get up
in
there. You've
green
seen
zone.
it. Like that's
Right.
feasibly.
Yeah. And I use the max die. And I got a 9.
Great. Okay. So yeah, you cut a hole in space.
Very normal thing to do.
You
Everybody
step
gets a
out
0 point.
into. You step out into the top floor. It's actually the second to top floor, but there's a 2-floor ceiling here.
But it's the top floor.
Right. Yeah. There is a giant stained glass clock face with
Cloth tower.
a figure standing on his back to you, and the entire thing looks like a giant cathedral. It is disturbingly beautiful in its own way.
I feel disturbed
Yeah.
by this beauty.
You're like,
Do you have a drawing of it?
it's unsettled. I don't have a drawing of it.
Who are you?
Look, I only have so much time in my days. I'm sorry. I had to draw 2 for her. I had to draw the whole stitched up guy. And then, and he turns to face you.
What does he look from behind?
Oh, I mean, he just
Like
looks
that,
like a
the other
silhouette.
side.
This is just solid
Can you,
black
Adam, can
on
you
the
just
back.
turn over that piece of paper real quick?
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
That's
That's
great.
what he looks like from behind. Yeah, it's just a blank piece of paper. He says, "Welcome. I'm glad you've made it."
I'm glad to be here. Brother.
No.
No, that is not his brother. But
Not yet. I will go back in time and change it.
We go back in time, change the entire storyline.
he says, "We've done this before, but this will be the last time."
You have to keep resetting it because you're not getting the outcome you wish.
I have.
That's a yes.
I mean, no.
And what
No,
and
stop.
you keep living in the past, but I have the ability to affect the present, which is where we are now.
Well, we'll see how good your present is when I've controlled everything that builds.
It is a
to
gift.
Here it is. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
He just whispers to himself.
Yeah.
He's real good.
All my plans.
He says, "I'm sure you know who I am by now, but you may call me Serger."
Serger.
He says, I will define the edges of reality."
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Can I get you some of that
There it
soda
is.
from the 90s?
Yeah.
It's SER.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so like a French night.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass it to Hothead.
Yeah. All right.
So the where you like ripped a hole in, and is that there for us to use, or that's just passage for one, or
It closes behind him. Yeah. He doesn't. if he wants
There's
to
a
get you
nifty
up here,
platform.
he'll have to do another one. Or if he
Italy.
had like a astounding success or whatever, he could leave it open. But yeah,
Nope, just average success.
Yeah,
Right.
just an average 9.
right. A 9's a great roll.
I would say,
Yeah.
stop complaining.
I'm just
You didn't
curious.
screw anything up.
Average.
What more do you want?
I didn't fall 8 stories onto spikes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
I think it's pretty funny. My character just like laughs. She's like, oh, that was a bad plan.
I like how you didn't like build a ladder out of vines.
I
could
didn't know if the
climb up,
vines would
or-
work or not. I might now if you're nice.
Wow.
So the vines are still there. You can roll to climb up her vines.
But you don't climb.
Oh
there's
no, I
already
take them
walls.
with me.
There's already
I'm
walls
just
here.
kidding.
Oh yeah, you can climb walls.
Yeah.
With that attitude, I take them with me.
If only this place had walls. God, what I wouldn't give for some walls right about
crawling
now.
is not your like main
my
strength.
I forgot you had wall crawling
Yeah.
under shit.
She
Yeah.
does the
Yeah.
Okay, build this place without walls.
right.
Yeah.
All floors, I'd be screwed. But
All floors. This is so much ever.
It's one of those cereals, oops, all floors. How you doing, buddy? I wouldn't kill your Jason based on that.
Why'd you do that? All right.
It's a minor twist.
It's pretty so all.
All right. All right.
He managed to control it.
so yeah, I'm gonna like it's broken down. There's crevices everywhere and things going on. So I'm gonna
That's my role-playing quality.
between the threads that are hanging down and the crevices in the wall and whatnot, I'll just
Crevasses.
get up as far as.
You
Far
like
as I can.
crevasse?
I don't like it.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope.
Oh, you can get up there.
You can get up.
You can up there
Sure
right now.
can.
It's a major twist.
Roll a 1, and a 2.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
rolling.
Doubling your.
the day is still young. Major twist wouldn't kill us, probably. Maybe
Says
me.
the girl who takes 12 damage.
Well, it's okay. You can take your max save damage multiple times over here, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the
You can take
It's
min
fine.
plus max, and you're like,
Right.
it's fine. I can fall 3 times that many stories.
Right.
Yeah, are you taking the twist, or are you just gonna fail? You just like can't find purchase.
Do you have any major twists from your principles that are like particularly juicy?
I think.
Or maybe like
That was even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
worse
what
than
more
crevasse.
serious injury did you
Joyce.
suffer? Yup.
I fell off
I
the wall.
got up and fell back down.
They ain't never gonna keep you down.
well, if you I mean
Yeah.
if you take the twist, you didn't fall down.
12 stories.
A twist.
you're up.
She
a
got
major
up
twist,
higher.
Right.
That's
a major
true.
twist will never negate your success. It'll
Right.
just give you an additional wrinkle.
Yeah.
Like your leg is broken now.
Like
Yeah.
you'll go up all the way. You'll go like 12 stories and then fall 8 stories
Right.
or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
That was just a minor twist.
I know. That's why I'm a little terrified of what a
She
major
stuck her
twist would
hand
be.
into a temple.
I might
with-
just.
Fair, it was
I'm,
kind of a
I
trick.
might just fail on this one, and then we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
What?
So I watched you get teleported through a temporal rift, smack into things, and
surely that'll
you just
work.
on a whim stuck your hand into a temporal anomaly, right?
Yeah.
But I watched you do
For
it,
science.
That's true.
and this whole rest of the time I've been watching the temporal anomalies flicker in and out, and I already saw someone get teleported through temporal anomalies a bunch. So I want to very intentionally and very on purpose choose my timing exactly correctly so that I, on purpose, get sucked into a temporal anomaly
Yeah.
that will then teleport me all the way so that I'm up.
Okay. Try it.
Okay.
So greedy all the way up.
Yep.
That's where you want to get to.
Because we wanna
and we
get-
want the non-combat people there first.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
By the time you guys get there, there'll just be a room full of boots just lying around. You're like,
What is boost?
Why can't I hold all these
We're
boots?
just gonna talk for a long time.
ah,
guys are
I
the
know that you
exact-
planned it. For I have planned this. I have been watching for all this time, waiting for Oddhead and the Floral Phantom to get
Just
here.
start shouting down.
We're gonna just
No,
we're
not
gonna
that way. Go
get
back.
the villain
no,
to monologue
no,
a lot.
not
This will be
that-
fun.
Not up. That's
So
down.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
use
pick you up with a vine and just
deduction
throw
to
you to the
figure out
top.
how to do it.
Ooh, that might be
I'm gonna
fun.
use insight and my
do that.
green zone.
Yeah, do it. Why not?
And this is gonna be a super successful overcome with my mid
Yes, it
of
is.
a 7.
No, yeah. Almost said better.
Yeah. So I only have a minor twist here.
Hey, great. Do you have a minor twist in mind?
Folly
You have
stories.
something that you like?
Hands get cut off. It gets left behind.
Not mine.
I mean, what is?
Very
What,
major.
I think actually, like, this is a damaging thing, right? Like, you took damage dripping through it, right? Like, I would probably as well.
Well, she got damaged by the fall.
Right, exactly.
So,
I don't know if I'd get like thrown against a wall or something like that.
Sure.
Like, so that makes a lot of sense. I could also be like disoriented in some way
You're
and have a
puking,
hinder.
you have to take off
I
your
could
mask.
also
well, so
any of those. What makes
Yeah.
sense? Like, you know how these.
I'm going to
anomalies
say
kind
you
of work.
actually you overshoot it a little.
Oh,
bit.
great. Okay, yeah.
So you are actually on top of the building.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's a cool energy.
Yeah.
So
I love
like,
it.
yeah, you got work to do.
So I'm up on top of the
you
building.
got some work to do, but it gives it kind of some advantages being
Right,
up
exactly.
there.
It
Like,
does.
You could
Actually, for me,
Swing through the.
that's kind of nice. And also, I'm like sneaky and like to observe things, and this might be a
but
good
you're not
position.
in here in
Right.
the fight yet. So.
Right, from which to do it. So
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
And
So
you
then,
almost fall. You're like, whoa, jeez, and you
Yeah.
grab onto like a what? It is a like pointed top building, kind of like the Chrysler building, and it's got like a bunch of ornamental spikes. I don't know what they call
Just for
those.
fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Spiders.
you grab onto that. You don't fall, but you're like, oh wow, I almost just fell
Yeah.
to my death.
right.
Yeah.
Does Sergio get a turn?
Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio.
That's his name now.
No,
That was very good,
right
Maggie.
now he's just
I was
talking.
sitting on it for a while.
Right now he's just talking with Bespoke. So we're not worried about
Okay.
fight initiative quite
Yeah,
yet.
but it's
Epic movie
sub-game.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Sub-game in this
Love
game
it.
is to make Adam go. That's really what we're going
It's
for.
not hard.
Okay, Floral
I
Phantom.
have like a sign
Okay.
here.
I'm going to see
Also,
if we can
I
get
am.
the rest of the way up here.
Yeah, so I'm suspended. Riley didn't make it up at all yet.
Nope.
So I want to
got it,
try.
I got it. Okay, do your thing.
Oh.
No, do your thing. Ignore me.
I want to try and get grab her and like fling her up and get her to land on the next platform that I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're helping her.
yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna reach down with vines.
Reach down with vines. I'm gonna like Bulbasaur. Like Bulba does that sometimes, where he like grabs something and throws it, throw her up.
Tell me this instance in which you've seen a Bulbasaur do this.
It happens
On the
in the
TV
show.
show.
Yeah.
God.
Oh.
Right. It's Vine Whip,
I-
basically. but,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Swirl.
you.
It
Fine,
happens.
nay.
It happens.
That's such an old joke. Okay, so plants, and I'm using science now because I like observed
brand.
everything that was happening, and now I know. Okay, they will maintain themselves for a period of time.
Yeah.
And now in the yellow, so I've
Yeah.
got better dice.
It does.
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Ouch.
Do you want the major twist to get her up there?
You take
Or do you
24
want to just
damage.
fail?
Talk to me about it. What do you think? This is a group effort, so
Whatever you want to do is fine.
How many major twists can we accumulate before we even start
actually
the
start
fight?
this fight.
we haven't had one yet.
I had
a
an
lot of
option.
minors.
Take it.
Yeah.
We've had them in other issues, not in this.
Oh
one.
yeah.
So.
Does anyone?
Whatever you want to do.
I kind of want to do it, but
it.
yeah, okay. Major
Okay.
twist.
All right. Do you want to have one? Do you have one
Oh.
on your sheet? Do you want to make one up, or would you like me to make one up for you?
Oh, this one says something's gone very, very wrong at the lab, and I don't
Right.
think
That doesn't seem
yeah.
about right.
What just happened that identified you as an obvious threat? That might work. I just threw someone up 27
Gross.
stories.
Gross, super gross.
So I'm very clearly quite strong, but I don't know. There's like, other than Serger or Sergio or Sargento, I don't know who else is like around to do that with. So I don't think I have a good idea. I
Unless
could.
it like
Sargasso.
throws. I don't know if this works or not. But
Okay.
if she's
throw you
chucking
out the
me,
window.
if she's chucking me up in the
Yeah.
air, and it throws me up into there, and then it's a very obvious like. And this new person has entered the scene very loudly, chaotically, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
That's-
minor twist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like.
That doesn't have a
Okay.
drawback that is like
Right.
I mean-
palpable, immediately palpable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have to think of it. I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure there's something that could deal me more damage, but I don't. I like, you know what I mean, or deal her damage or
Just
something like
damage,
that.
just think he's
You
so
don't have to-
small.
I know. That's what I. That's
And
what I
you
mean.
don't
That's
have to
all.
pay the cost for the major twist. The major twist can be you tear Hothead's arm off. That seems a little much, but
Right.
it could be something that happens bad to somebody else that is
Right.
your fault.
Oof.
I mean,
Hope
it
I
would be
didn't
it
tear
would be
your
very
arm off.
appropriate to not tear my arm off, but
Leg.
to injure me
Yeah.
grievously with
Head?
this 20-story
Yeah, the head just
fling
comes
you
off.
just
Yeah.
did.
Right. So we can say.
You okayed it.
I know.
we
Yeah.
say you throw her
Sign the
up.
waiver.
You throw her up in there. She like
Bursts to the floor.
There's the like there's where the stairwell was. So there's a hole there.
Well, but I mean,
You go right through that, hit the ceiling, hit the floor. Your shoulder definitely feels dislocated.
Okay.
So
So
you cannot use your right arm without excruciating pain right now.
okay. Are you doing that as a hinder or as a challenge?
I'm gonna do that as it's gonna be both. It's gonna be minus. You're gonna have -2 to anything that has to do with that arm until you use a success to put it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll give you a card for that.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure you can use vines to do that too. I'm just saying.
Until you relocate your arm.
Stay away.
I hold
you rip
place with
things
one,
apart.
and then I just like pop.
No, I know
The
how
other
that
way.
will go. You'll be like, and she's in 2 pieces. Well, it works for everybody else.
That works.
I haven't tried it before. I don't know if it works for everybody else, but I think that you're really resilient. Sorry, I hurt your arm, but to be fair, like that's not that bad. Like
I'm here. It's fine. I'll figure it
it's
out.
fixable.
Okay.
Given our boosty boys over here,
You also see, like you start to
like the
see.
Beastie Boys, but with boost.
Floral Phantom, you start to see the platform you're on, like the it's fading. The edge of it is coming towards you.
Yoinks.
Yep,
Okay.
Who are you gonna pass?
you gotta get moving.
I'm gonna pass it to Coda.
All right. So I'm going to examine this roof. Are there any skylights?
There's not any skylights up here
Okay.
because it's like a metal.
Yes. Oh, okay. Right.
Like-
Can I? I want to get into. So I assume that since it's like a metal, like non-flat, like ornamental
Right.
crenellations at the top of a building type of
Yes,
situation.
crenellations. That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Can I? The building's been messed with a bunch,
Right.
so it might not necessarily be airtight or anything. Can I get into the mechanical space, like up at the top?
Yeah.
Like get through the roof, take some like.
Yeah. So go
paneling.
ahead and give me an overcome for finding like a maintenance hatch
Yeah,
or something.
or a
like that.
ventilation
Yeah,
shaft.
to be
Basically-
able to get into the top of this building.
Yeah, I want to be like
Yeah.
crawling around in the ductwork or something. Up
Yeah.
in the ceiling. So this is going to be awareness and insight. That's what that will be for this overcome.
Do we have a scene checker yet or not yet?
No, I don't want to
Just
do it
curious.
until we start
And
the fight. Yeah.
my mid is a 2.
Well,
So I don't.
Would you like
I don't
to-
find any place.
you just failed out? Or do you want a major twist trying to find an entrance?
Yeah, let me major twist to try to find an entrance. And so I have a major twist in mind.
Okay.
When I like workshop with me. So
Yeah.
I like pull some business stuff across and get into the mechanical space up there.
Yes.
But I feel like maybe this building isn't very structurally sound anymore because literally all the floors have been
Right, the
removed and
structure
probably
has
the
been stripped
superstructure
out
of the
of it.
entire building.
Yeah.
And literally it doesn't make any sense that it's still standing.
Being held together with thread.
Yeah. So
Magic.
maybe I destabilize the roof somehow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So
not
that
gonna
the
connect
roof
either.
is like in some amount of danger of collapsing
Okay.
onto us, or some sort of like big problem like
Yeah,
that.
and I'm gonna say that like I'm gonna go a little bit further with that,
Yeah.
and you fall through.
Okay.
Like you crawl into this ventilation shaft, and it just gives
Yeah.
right out from under
Right.
there. So you're gonna take your max die damage, which
Okay.
is 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for just from falling into there, and you have critically destabilized the roof, which will reflect also when I bring the steam checker out.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Ideal.
What do you deal? Cards?
Yeah.
Yep.
By chance.
And Serger says, "Oh, I'm glad you decided to join us, both of you."
Yeah, you just went, and then you went, ah! So Serger and I are standing there, we're staring at each other,
Right.
we're
Yeah,
saying
very
things, we're saying
dramatic.
pithy banter,
Right.
and all of a sudden,
Quite a teaming guy.
This is what you bring before me.
yes,
This clown show.
this is what the present looks like.
You to work with.
You're stuck in the past.
Don't you feel the present that I would create would be so much better? I give you another chance to end this.
I will end it. And I pull out a gun and shoot him. Just a regular gun.
Just a regular
And he's
gun.
like, okay, I thought you were going to do a needle
Game
thing.
over.
I
Everybody,
didn't expect
thank you
a
for playing.
gun.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right.
Okay.
No, I do not have a gun.
Okay.
The mask doesn't block anything. It's just there for looks. So.
We sure are on issue 6, aren't we?
Yes, we are. This is issue 6 conversation.
Yep.
Okay. Who's next?
That's up to you. In case you were wondering.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay.
Do some talks.
Cool. So one person got flung up through the floor, one person fell through the ceiling. Serger says some words a bit like, nah, and I'm like, no, that's good. And meanwhile, and it's like, and that's not all. And I cut a hole in fabric, reach through, grab Floral Phantom, and pull her through. Come on.
I stumble through. I'm not very graceful. I'm like, oh.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Space is weird.
And it doesn't matter. 8.
8. All right.
Just do it.
You just do it. Yeah.
But I'm not rolling the 1-1-3s.
Right. It says at least one of you is competent.
Okay. Anyway, so now we're all there.
Yeah. Now you're all there.
And I pass it to Hothead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till the end of this round. Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody an action before you. Yeah, we really start that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now are you good to?
Yeah. So. Floral Phantom grabbed me, and I imagine it was one of those, like, she's like, hey, I've got an idea, and I'm like, oh, cool.
What kind of idea?
Oh, God.
Please check it with me, Farrah.
Right. So I do my best to, like, navigate and dodge as well as I can to get up through all of these levels, but, you know, she's not graceful. I didn't know this was coming, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
What is
yeah.
your favorite color? I don't know. Oh.
I mean, yellow.
Right. So I get up there, and like that last one that she's going through, I don't dodge it quite right, and bam, there goes my shoulder, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is bad.
Yeah. And you are familiar enough with how your body works.
Yeah.
You know immediately what that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could fix it.
Yeah. So I like there's no imminent danger. There's a conversation. She's popping in through space bubbles. He fell through the ceiling, whatever. And I just want to go over and like get my shoulder back
Just
in
do it
place.
against the wall. Just boom.
Yeah, the way that every doctor wants you to get your shoulder back in place.
Yeah.
Right
So I've done
against. Yeah.
Listen, I'm a doctor, and I think it's fine. I'm not that type of
Says
doctor.
the one who caused
How
this.
many of the plants that you work on have shoulders?
Well, now,
I mean, how
quite
many,
a few,
Shoulder
actually.
joints. Let's
how
say
many
shoulder
of the
joints.
plants in the-
Yeah.
Somehow more than 0, which is really concerning.
So I'm guessing this is going to be awareness and
I can see acrobatics.
yeah, it
I
feels
think
like
you gotta
a
do a
stretch. I
D4
think
for that, yeah.
that's
I could make a pretty solid argument for close combat. That,
You're-
that like you're drawing on your knowledge.
my
You're not
knowledge
just,
of
it's not saying that
prior
you're engaging in
injuries.
close combat.
Sure.
Your knowledge
That's
of close
fair.
combat.
that,
I mean, like,
Would that
this
work?
This is in prior circumstances where
Right.
you've seen this happen is in your training. Is people get that happen in
right.
karate
Or
classes all
it's
the time.
yeah.
close
it's-
combat is not
it's
just
happened
the
in,
act of doing close
Yeah.
combat.
It could have happened
I'll
in the
allow that.
ring. Who knows? Like there have been enough circumstances that.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Nope, not in the green. Yes, in the green. You took 12 damage, not me.
I wanted it.
A 1, a 3, and a 10.
Oh, okay. So you had a 3.
So 3 is your
Yep.
Yeah.
overcome, and you have a -2 to it, so it's a 1.
Yeah. So that is a major twist.
Yeah.
Do you want
What are your
to,
principles?
Do you want to fail,
No.
or do you want to take a major twist at putting your dislocated arm in?
I don't think that that's the place to do it.
Yeah, no, especially like if we go with my principles, once again, what more serious injury did you just suffer?
Just keep making it worse.
Just keep
Goes up
making
to the wall,
Making it worse.
slams it against the wall, and just tears the arm right off. Well, that's not supposed to
The shoulder's back in.
Right.
From
Floral Phantom's like, I could have done that. Jeez.
yeah.
I can make you a vine arm. I think I could.
Good.
Well, I appreciate your confidence.
Because you can do a thing.
Still
Like, I
working
can
on
stitch
the
you a crochet arm, that doesn't mean you want
firearm, like, we're good. So yeah, I will just
Okay.
it's fine.
So Serger's like, I don't even have to beat you up.
Into a wall.
You'll kill yourselves. Like if I just let you.
I like
That's
the idea that he
that's the
doesn't.
beauty of free will. You can't take everyone's will from them.
I like the idea that he
I
doesn't
guess
want
not.
to be-
Have fun.
Like he's ready to do it.
No. Hey, it doesn't always work out first try. It's fine.
Who's next?
So that's the end of the round.
That's the end of the. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
All right.
whoever you want to pass it to. Jen, but first.
Does it
We
play
have a
boss
scene
music
tracker
now?
now, and we're checking off 2 of these boxes because
Yeah,
of
green
what-
zone is gone. It was going to
Yeah.
be gone from the beginning.
we do not have a lot of time here.
Not at all.
Do we want to see what he's all about, or you want to do boosty things, or?
I don't see what it's all about.
Yeah, I think I like that idea too.
You want to give it to him first?
Christopher doesn't, but
I want to do what you guys want to do. I'm just here to have a nice time and have a fun time and not worry about villains. That's me.
Let's see what he
like, he's
does.
worried about film.
Let's see what he does first, and then we'll just get to go twice in a row.
Yeah, that'd
we'll
be
go
great.
from there. Then we'll go on to some of us boosting.
Yeah.
Then you guys each get to go twice.
We'll see who he passes it to because we don't get to affect that.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. I love it.
Okay. Well, so he is going to he takes his thread and throws it. He sort of makes this motion, throws it against the wall, and you see that thread split and go and sort of interact with all the other threads, and out of that come these beings of entirely string that look like really spindly, and they start crawling along the
What do they look
walls.
like?
I don't have a drawing for them. They're just all string.
Hey, I draw things on the fly. Just saying, but
I don't think you want Adam to spend a minute or two doing that drawing.
They look-
turns out I do.
Too
Right.
bad. Thanks. Look at them. Let them go.
Here we go. This is what they look like.
Nice.
Wait, show the audience. Show everyone at home.
This is what they look like. They're all made of string, like this. There we go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Chicken.
Yeah. Okay. You got stringlings.
It's pretty funny.
Stringlings.
Yep. And there's
There you
4
go.
of them
That's
crawling along the walls.
It's a GIF.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for the present.
And in case that was a little unclear, he's actually like causing the place to do it. It's not, they didn't come from him, but yeah.
Cool.
Hothead, you're up.
Okay.
The environment is gone as well.
Yeah, that started off.
Excuse me.
I mean, the logical thing is to try to deal with the dislocated arm again. But
Or you can just fight him with it.
I know.
Or fight. I mean, like, there's string. Just throw some fire at them or something.
The -2 will only affect one of if you have an attack that does multiple dice worth of things. The -2 will only affect one of those dice. So there
That's
is
true.
that.
Yeah.
Don't want to heat
So it's
yourself.
like you have multiple limbs.
Well, but he doesn't. Whoever the creator of the negative gets to choose where it goes to. So
I mean, I'd have to go into my red to attack
okay.
3 targets, so I'd have to take a minor twist to do it. So it's probably not a good idea. No, okay, I could dual strike.
there you go.
There we go. And attack 1 target using close combat and a 2nd target using my min.
Okay.
And again, Adam will decide which either the mid or the min to decide to apply that -2 to.
Yep.
But then it will be well, no, because you're saying that -2 is on. It's permanent until the challenge is overcome.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. You'll still get to do something, and you just have to declare what your 2 targets are in advance, and then somebody else can hopefully clear that up for you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll use close combat. I'll use leaping because I have to, at this point, like, obviously my arm is hurt and whatnot, so I'm going to rely a little bit more on the fact that, like, I've got to jump and get momentum and
kick stuff.
probably,
Yeah.
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 Yep. And then
Bloodsport.
yellow.
And what 2 things are you attacking?
Oh,
You gotta declare
I'll just go for
2 string.
2 stringlings.
Sure.
Yeah.
6.
1, a 6, and a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So either the 6 becomes a 4 or the 1 becomes nothing. Your choice,
Or
Adam.
do you? Oh, I guess they're against 2 of these things. I'm gonna have the 6 become a 4.
Awesome. So you still get to hit 2 of them.
Yeah.
That is better for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the one automatically
That's
succeeds.
against the 1. And
And-
against the 4. All right. So one of them's dead, and one of them is a D4.
That was your best case scenario anyway.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Who is up next?
And Cody, you've already gone this round?
No.
Okay.
I think you might want to pass it to someone that
Yeah.
can do the boostings, if that's
Yeah.
okay with
Yeah,
them.
that's
Let's
what I'm
do
thinking.
2 of us. So
Yep.
now I gotta gear up,
Right.
get back in gear. It takes a little bit of a while. So first thing I'm going to do is that when I'm in the yellow zone, I'm going to just carefully observe the situation and create a persistent exclusive boost on myself.
Yeah.
And I am going to use my +1 that I created from hero points
Okay.
to do this, and I'm going to do it with awareness and insight. And my mid is a 6.
Plus your boost.
Right. I'm
+1
debating
would
if
make
I want to
it
use my reaction to re-roll all of them.
Oh.
Right now you got a
Which is a little bit
+2.
greedy, which is pretty good.
Right.
Right.
But 1 point of damage.
Right.
You're not, since you have a +1, you're unlikely on those 3 dice to
Yeah.
do worse than a +2.
Right, exactly.
So
I figure I should
taking 1
re-roll
damage to give a shot,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would
I,
do
think
it.
that's probably worth it.
It means
So-
that you burn your reaction for this round.
Yes, correct, it does.
Yeah.
I was doing the odds math. See if this magically works out.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
That gives you a
because
+3.
now I get a +3.
Nice.
Right.
Yep.
There we go. All right, and then I will pass it to Bespoke.
Okay. The golden threads that are hanging around,
Yes.
are they all up high or are they all over? You said
They're all over. Yeah. There's
Fantastic.
some up high. There's some up. Yeah.
So,
some down low,
I
some too slow.
There it is. Thank you.
so I'm holding the needle, and
Yeah.
with my other hand, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to keep my eye on Serger and reach out, and I'm just going to grab one of the golden threads and use this as I'm boosting myself. But the way that the fiction of how I'm boosting myself is
Yes.
like, oh, this is all the stuff you're doing. I have the ability to understand what you're doing.
Okay.
So I'm creating a boost for myself. Okay, great. So I have a 1, a 5, and a 9. So I get the 5, which is a +2, and that is permanent and exclusive, and I've got it. And now I pass it on to you. Already gone though.
Yes,
So
correct.
that should be turned down, and now I'm passing it to Floral Phantom.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. I think I just make minions. I was thinking about, I'm considering just trying to fix your arm.
What if you don't?
Listen, it happens one time.
What if you make minions?
Yeah,
Minions
make
are so good.
minions.
Minions
Okay.
are so good.
Then I'm using make like a
'Cause,
tree.
Worst case, I can use offensive strike and just know that I'm going to use my max die. Like I can get around it for a couple turns if I need to.
Okay, I'm gonna make like a tree. And
Can I make like a tree? Which never gets old.
so my mid's a 2. So
Okay, so you get a tiny little thing.
yeah, it's a D6. But listen, we can make it work.
What's this? What does this one do?
He's gonna be an attacker.
Okay.
I think that's more of an important thing right now.
He's just a little bar.
Listen, I can make him better. I've got Miracle Grow.
Should make some pine needles to do string then.
Oh, could work. Okay.
That's you.
I know.
You make like a pine cone.
I'm
and
gonna
put
make a pine
Put the string around it, like, and dip it in peanut butter. Put birdseed on it.
Yes.
Everyone's
so that's
gone.
right.
Now
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
simultaneously
Okay.
hungry for
Yep.
a peanut butter sandwich and want to make ornaments. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's a weird one, guys.
Jen.
Yeah.
So
So my plan now is to
I'm
boost
gonna do
everyone.
it. Yeah, I'll do
Right.
Coda then.
So I will go and do the insightful observation, boosting everyone using postcognition. So I'm going to use postcognition and insight, and then my D8. I've got the +3 precision exclusive. I'm also going to use my +4 for my hero points before to do this. So I have a +7.
Oh wow.
And yep, so 12. So +4. So now there's a +4
Wow.
for all
Yeah.
attacks and overcomes.
Wow.
And I will give it to Bespoke.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Amazing.
Well, with that in mind, yeah, I think that's worth it. I walk up behind you. So I've grabbed this golden thread. I let go and say, all right, I see. Well, we'll see what happens. I walk up behind you and tear a thread off of the wall and loop it around your shoulder and pull it into place.
Good.
So, lightning calculator, vigilante lore, because I know how you do. I get to use my max die on this, and I am, because I specifically, an overcome specifically rated to my field of expertise, which is hero costume stuff that supports them.
Yep.
So I use my max die. I have a +2 from my knowledge of fate and a +4 from things. So I have +6 to my max die here. Am I hoping for? Yep, there we go. 14.
Wow.
So I solve that,
Yeah.
and I have some extra benefit.
Yes.
What parameters will you give me? May I have the moon? You also have a +4 percentage bonus to the character for everything you do for the rest of your life.
No.
Oh, Adam says no to that one. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. What did you roll with the 3 dice?
I rolled a 6, an 8, and then a lower die than that. Maybe it was like a 2 or a 3.
Okay.
Was it a 1?
I think it might have been a 1.
Sure. Let's say it was a 1. I got a 1, a 6, and an 8. And
Okay.
8 was my max die.
I'm going to take your mid die and give
6?
her a boost with it.
Great.
Also.
Sure. So that's a +2.
Yep.
So I just completely reversed the.
Yep.
I fixed the thing, and you're in better shape than you were before. So I put your shoulder back in, and your shoulders never felt this good. There was maybe an old fighting injury that you
Right.
kind of always nagged you.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Nice.
Chunk.
Yeah. And there's like that relief that floods over you when like you have a pain and then it's just suddenly
Right.
like the soreness is kind of still there, but it's a good soreness, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, all right, yeah,
+2 good soreness.
yeah, good soreness.
Name of the book.
Good soreness.
Yeah, good soreness.
All right, yeah.
All right, and
who's
with
next?
that, was I the first person to go this round?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
I was.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
All right, and with that, I am going to pass it to Hothead. Use that good
Yeah.
soreness.
Do you want me to keep going for stringlings, or you want me to?
Yes.
I mean, you could always dual strike, go after him and a stringling.
Oh, that's true.
If there's are they close enough for her to attack too?
Not really.
Okay,
He's
so never
standing.
mind.
Basically, if this is the room, I'm going to draw the room real quick.
Love it.
Here, there's the big clock face.
Yeah.
Like that, and he's standing right here, and this is a giant room, like squarish, circular room,
It looks great.
and
Giant
I like how it's
square.
square.
the stringlings are up on the walls like this.
Okay,
So
there's only 3.
yeah, there's only 3 now, so one of them's gone. But that's where they form. They form like kind of high up on the walls. And
So if she could
the
attack
things.
2 of them before, then she could attack one of those stringlings and.
You can attack 2 stringlings.
Okay.
Like they are close enough.
Okay.
But
All right. Okay.
I'll go after the big guy.
I think you should go up to
Yeah.
The minions can mount stringlings.
the big guy. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Okay, cool. Offensive strike then. I'll attack using fire, of course. And then
Okay.
I'll say acrobatics. Like
Yes.
I've got to work my way over to him a little bit.
sure,
So
you do flips and stuff.
yep, that's really
Getting
impressive.
everybody all wet.
Yeah,
That's the one. That's the one.
Yep.
If you're unsure, then you show a meal.
Yes.
Yeah.
One, two,
Why?
one. Jen, you're at least consistent.
Oh my
right.
goodness! So I get
But
to
you
use
get
my
a plus-
max die of a 2
Okay.
with my +2 boost.
Yeah.
And you're +4 from, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's an
So-
attack.
Oh yeah!
So how
Whew,
much
thank
damage you
goodness. Okay,
8.
so
8?
6, 8.
You rolled 1, 1, 2, and 8 damage is what comes out of a 1, 1, 2. So enjoy.
I think that's pretty good.
He is going to
Could have been
roll
so much more.
as a defense his remote viewing die. So he only takes 1, and he boosts for 7, so he gets a +2 off of that. Yeah.
Love it.
That worked out really well.
You know, you say that.
It's really good.
I think that you're doing great. It'll be fine.
Also, you get to go again with +4 stuff.
Why do you do
Ooh.
a +1?
That's his boost. Oh, plus
Plus
2.
2, Adam. I
Yeah,
want
he
him to
gets-
have the best things
he
in
gets-
life.
He gets +2. You're
That's
right.
correct.
yeah.
Only the best.
Who is
For my
up?
good friend. But wait, should we let him?
There's more.
But wait.
Should we let him go first so that he can't pick Coda and get rid of our +4?
It's kind of too late
It's correct.
for
Yeah.
everything now
Yeah.
That's true.
because there's enough targets here. Or there's
Yeah.
enough different things to
The
act.
advantage of passing it to Floral Phantom is that she'll get to take
Yeah,
advantage
all the
of the
bonuses.
Coda
Right.
plus 4.
That's it.
Right.
That's what.
Both her and her little friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they could have gotten rid of him before then, because even if we passed it to them, it's not gonna, like, I still have to take a turn. to
Right.
use the effect.
And they can't. If the truth is, if Coda, if you do it early enough in the round, they can't pass it back to Coda because Coda's already gone.
Yeah.
But at this point,
Yeah.
there are
We'll just
three.
get all
There are
you
3 things
with your
over
big
there,
pluses.
so we have
Yep.
not managed it
Big pluses.
Okay.
because of math.
No,
It's very hard
sorry.
to do early.
Anyways,
But
cool.
you get a +4 for all your minions.
So my D6 is gonna go after one of the stringlings. So
Okay.
he's a little pine.
The little one or the big one? Or one of the ones that's fine.
Under
He's gonna go for a big one.
Okay.
So little pine is going for a big one.
+4.
So,
Good thing.
So he rolls a 1 plus the 4, so 5.
And
Nice.
he's gone.
Right. That
Yeah.
+4.
Nice.
Mighty.
And then I am going to, for a minor twist, I could create 2 minions. I think that I might do that.
Will.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
So I'm going to use construction focused. Create 2 minions using part detachment, one with my max and one with my mid.
Mid.
Yeah. So part detachment, science. Oops.
Both 5s.
Yeah, both 5s. So they are both D8 minions.
Okay.
That worked out.
Do you
well.
have a minor twist?
In mind?
Yes.
Not really.
Okay.
I do.
You
want
do?
it?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. What do you got? What do you got?
It's like, I've-
Make a
I've-
proposition.
I've
I
got-
have a
got-
list, but
Sure, I've got
Yeah.
puzzle twist. I like the idea that she's like forming these minions out of herself, and there's the 2 stringlings that are on the wall still,
Yeah.
and there's all these golden threads around. And as she's forming these minions,
Yeah.
a section of string on the wall changes and morphs and becomes the thing that she's making as well. So essentially, she gets 2 D8 minions, they get 1 D8 stringling, and it just gets added to the pile.
yeah, I'll let you have
Yeah,
that.
adding 1 D8 minion to it, that's definitely a minor twist.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
because you can destroy that in 1 punch.
Right.
But it is a thing where it's like, she's doing a thing, and the environment's like, this place is all about
Right.
your past and your present converging.
I
in
have
theory, I
twists.
can destroy
Like
that
I'm gonna allow that. I have twists that can make more minions than that in the environment.
Yeah.
So like, but they're
Consider
weak,
yourself
but they're
lucky.
weaker than that.
Right. More weaker.
Yeah.
Right. So I just like the idea of it
Yeah.
doing the same nonsense.
Yeah.
And then they're going to both be attack minions, in case I didn't say that. But also,
I need to know which ones are new and which ones are not.
Right. Yeah, the D8 one is done for the round. But,
Yeah.
but then it can join the group.
But now it's you.
Who do you want to pass it to? You
who-
don't pass it to Adam, you pass it to the environment, or the
Yeah.
stringlings, or Serger.
I'll pass it to the stringlings.
The stringlings. Okay.
The Stringling brothers.
These 2 are going to hinder Bespoke.
Yes.
Both of them, and they have
Yes.
+1 to hinder.
It's super appropriate.
Yeah. So a 3 and a 4.
So
So
it's a
you-
-1 or a -2?
A -1 and a -2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Can you toss me one more note card, please?
Yes. Here, take a few.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep one record because I
Right.
think this is going to happen a lot this game.
And they give it to the environment, which checks off.
Yep.
And then that sends it to Serger, who is going to activate an environment twist again. And this time is going to roll the strings of fate to see. And he makes 2 more stringlings.
And he's doing it this round, so they're all eligible for
Right.
this round with the D8.
Yep, and so then the start of next round, all of these stringlings are going to hinder again. These 2 are going to hinder you, and these 3 are going to hinder you.
Great, I love it.
Yep. So these ones give you a 4, a 6, and a 2. And these ones are a 7 and a 2.
So that is
For
a
hinders.
A minus
Minus-
3, a -2, and a -1.
-2 and
and
-1. Yep.
Cool.
And then they give them back
And
to
in fact, Paul, those were to chew through your permit. Your
They did, that's
percentage
right,
closer.
that's right.
Yeah.
So it's
'cause
exactly that.
These have
Yeah.
also chewed through my bonus. But they would have done it in that order. Yep, we're good.
And then he is going to. I'm giving it back to Serger. These have acted.
Yes.
Yeah. And Serger is going to use your past mistakes against you.
I love it.
He is going to hinder you using post-cognition, uses max die. And he's going to use yes, but, his special. And how many environments? There's definitely more than 3, so he gets a D10. Yep.
More than 3 environment.
That is his status. His
Right, but more than 3, right now there's no environment.
environment challenges, minions, lieutenants.
Oh, okay, okay.
It counts the
I see what you're
environment
saying.
elements.
I see
and
what you're
then-
saying.
Yes.
All right, I would count that as one environment element, so I'm with you now. I understand what you're saying, how you're doing it.
Oh, okay.
That is one group of stringlings.
Okay.
But no, you do your thing.
No,
You're-
that's fine. I can revise that. That is not a problem. 1 to 2 is a D8, so that's
Yeah.
there. So he uses his max to hinder you, which is a 10 plus 2, so that's 12.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. -4, that's fantastic.
Mark, if you will, on there the ones created by the environment.
Sure, yep, got it.
And then he attacks you with his mid die, which is a 4.
Okay, great, I take 4.
And he says, your past is open to me. I see everything. I know what you have done wrong. I know your failures. I can show them to you.
My past is closed to me, it affects me not. I'm immune to my past.
Nice.
Who are you passing it to?
I'm going to pass it to Coda.
Okay, can you tap him?
Yes, I
You've
can.
not tapped the environment yet. The environment did not take it. Do you want to pass it to the
I want
environment?
to pass it to the environment and then to Coda.
Yes, please. Okay, good. We all have access to our red abilities.
Sorry, I didn't realize Coda actually hadn't gone.
No one. It's a
No
new
one has
round.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a new
We're
round.
about to-
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one
you're
is.
They've all
You're
they,
good.
they
Okay.
double turned on us.
No one
and
is
everything
gone.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're perfect.
Right.
So
So it's you.
it is me. Yeah. So that's good for now.
His way.
I am going to.
Well,
I don't
this
have any
bonus
negatives.
is gone.
Let me just. I don't have any bonuses just on myself, but that's all right. I'm just going to actually insightful observation and make a bonus for everyone.
This is great. Do you have,
Yeah.
And you don't have any negatives.
I don't have
either.
any
You're
negatives
like-
on me.
Okay.
Right.
Do it up.
So I'm going to
best.
do that using insight and my red die. And my mid is a 3.
Yep.
But I'm going to take 1 damage to reroll.
Yep. I think that's good. There we go.
There, an 8.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that is +3.
Yeah, that's super good. Good
Yep.
job.
Didn't you just get some hinders too?
But
No,
they
they
canceled out
canceled out-
my
Oh,
bonuses.
He had a
Yeah,
giant
the
bonus.
list of
And
bonuses.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot it
Yeah.
out.
Where the
Yeah.
bonuses, yeah.
You
okay.
ate up my bonus.
So just like you gave me a pile of hinders,
Yes.
I only have 2 environment hinders left. You gave me 5 of them, and I only got 2 left. I also have 1 hinder from him. So,
Yeah.
who do you pass it to?
You.
Excellent. Passes to me, and at the start of my turn, my past drain, it was weighing on me. He had done this thing. I was like, no. And I'm like, no. That's when I say the thing about my past doesn't affect me. It's gone. It's lost to me. And the -4 he gave me is now a +4 on me.
Okay.
Immediately choose up the -1 and the -2 from the environment. All that's left on me is a +1, and I am like a newborn child, glistening and nude. Wait, no. But also like 80.
Oh God.
Glistening.
You ate.
Oh dear God.
You're very Benjamin Button right now.
No, just old. Benjamin Button is special old. I'm just regular old. But anyway, so all this nonsense back and forth is not an issue. The issue is what is going to happen now, which is boosting like whoa. So lightning calculator. I can sum up the situation very quickly. Vigilante lore. I know a lot about you and a lot about you. I know how you people work. I'm in the yellow zone. No, we're in the red zone now. Meh. That part's bad, but it's okay. It's not bad. And I'm making a bonus with my mid for 1 hero. I'm making another bonus for a different hero with my min, and I'm also using an ability to, using a basic action with my mid. So I'm making 2 bonuses with my mid and 1 with my min. And I can I need to split them up between at least 2 heroes. So great. This is fantastic. Look at these numbers. Fortunately, I'll use my +1 on the mid. It doesn't actually make a difference at all. Should have used my hero point, and I meant to, and I didn't. That's okay. I give you a +1 to your next thing. Actually, I give you 2 +1s to your next thing, so you have a +2. And I give you a +1 to your next thing. Unless you wanted me to put it on one of your little friends, but I think it's more useful on you.
No, it's more useful on me.
Okay, great. So all I'm handing out is some pretty weak bonuses, but
Hey, everybody helps.
yeah, right. And all my negatives just kind of melted away like the past.
All right. Who's next?
You've already gone? So I'm going to pass it to Hothead. We have a pretty good cycle going right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume go after
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Serger.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
all
yeah.
okay with this? Okay.
Well, I mean, the trick is we have a lot of stringlings that are building up, but
yeah.
I think
It's
I've got 3
tactically,
minions.
yeah,
so-
exactly.
Sure, yeah.
You've got
That's-
3 minions.
that's
And
great.
I can like, I could make more this
Yeah,
turn
you could
if I
even make
wanted.
more, yeah.
yeah.
Depending on how
Yeah.
you do. You can
But
judge
there's
their
so the
effectiveness.
bonuses that I gave you two. Plus there is a +3 to all hero attacks and overcomes right now.
so I can offensive strike again and use my max die with some boosts, or I could inflict and it's just attack using fire, but I can get a hinder using my min die.
Oh, that's really good.
So is it worth it to not necessarily use my max die, but to have the hinder, or do you want me to just do full damage?
I'll do rooted if I'll do my version of that if
Okay.
you do yours
so
with
I'll
a
just
max.
go for full damage?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay.
I mean, that said, no, hold on. You don't have to do anything special. We are in the red zone, so you can use eruption every turn now, which gets your max and your mid.
It hurts her though, right?
Very barely.
Well, if she rolls ones
Yeah.
continually.
Yeah, I was looking at the fact that I can use offense.
Right, but you were talking about using an ability, offensive strike,
Oh,
that lets you
yeah.
use your max. Your eruption lets you use your max
Right.
and your mid. Right?
Well, I have to divide it up between multiple targets.
And we can't.
Well, no, but that one's fire based, so it's not like close combat. You got to punch
Right.
things. You can fling fire back and forth and stuff here.
Yeah, you can hit 2 targets with fire.
Okay.
So if
Pretty
you're
pretty
saying, oh, I
easy.
should use an ability that hits with the max die, I mean, like
Okay.
you've got an awesome ability that hits with the max die that you don't have.
And
you
we're
don't have
not
to-
worried because we're not worried about me doing a hinder because you're gonna do.
Yeah.
with it. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just do rooted.
And like, how much health do you have? 20 something right now?
29.
29.
You have more health than I ever have
Yeah.
ever had.
No, that's fine. Like that's fine. I guess we'll go with acrobatics. We're saying
Yeah,
it
you
can't
do
be
like
close
you're doing
combat
flips and
'cause
throwing
I'm-
fire.
Throw
Right.
fire
I
off
mean,
there, yeah.
and then we're in the red, so 56. And then I've got +2 from you and +3 there.
And technically, you have 2 +1s
But-
for me, so you can split them up however you want.
Do I use some hero points?
Yeah. Burn it up. Probably don't put them on the min die.
I mean, I've got a +3 I could put at this.
Sure. Because then you'll have a +3 from that, a +3 from
Yeah.
Coda, and 2 +1s from me. Like that's
Alright.
that's a pile of nice damage. Even if you roll triple ones, you're still going to be doing real good damage.
All right, so I'll use my +3 then, and I'll
Yeah.
save the +2 for later.
Right. A 2, a 7, and a 5. That's great.
Cool. I'll take the 2
Sounds good. You don't have to
with
that?
all of my no.
Right. And then with a 5 being your other one, like that one's sufficient to. I don't think you need to throw any bonuses on that for.
Against a stringling, I
Yeah.
wouldn't think
Well,
so.
you could just outright kill that one for sure.
Or
and
Yeah.
then
have a
this
good
could
chance
maybe-
of, or have a good chance of killing a D6. Like D6 has to roll a 5 or a 6 to survive that. Up to you.
Let's try it. Let's see if I can take care of a D6.
You can.
Cool.
Awesome.
And then the 7 +1 +1 +3 +3,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 15.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well done, Hothead. Well done indeed.
Yeah.
And that cost you 2 hit points of damage. Love it.
Who's next?
Must be the floor fan.
Oh, you. Yeah.
Yep.
Only.
All right. Let's do this. I've got 2 new characters. So Lily of Pain. It's supposed to be a Lily of Peace flower, but I'm not very good at drawing flowers. It's like with the bulb at the end. So.
Lily Payne looks different.
And Gumption, because he's a gum tree.
So, like if you walk around barefoot, you just like hurt your feet a lot.
Yeah.
And
then the speed gun balls.
Yeah, no, it's stabbing yourself in the foot when you're walking around barefoot.
Yeah.
So Lil Pine's gonna go first.
And they all have a +3 to attack.
Yeah. So
Who is he attacking?
Oh, sorry. He is attacking the string lanes.
Okay.
We'll start on the string lanes.
Which one?
He'll do the
D8?
big. Well, I saw the roll, so
The D8.
yeah, because
that's-
it's like
a
9.
Oh, okay.
So
He's go.
Just always declare your attack
Yes.
target before
Yeah,
you
say it
roll.
first.
Yeah.
I should make you roll again, but it's okay.
do you want me to?
No.
Okay.
I'm joking.
And then the D8, and they'll go after the other one of the D6s.
These two.
Yeah. And
So 11.
It's 11, and then that one is only,
Only 4.
4.
It's gone.
Nice.
Can you pass it?
Yeah.
Good thanks.
Thanks. And then I'm gonna do rooted against Serger.
Okay.
So.
You don't want to do it against this little guy. The
So.
lone string.
We're like, oh, we're not worried about the D4 string. Says, okay, and then the D4 attacks you. It gets this. Let's see, it rolled a 2, so 20 damage. Wait, what? Yeah, when they're at a D4 size, they have times 10 to their damage rolls.
Actually, the more there are, the less the multiplier.
Right, because they all have the same. The stringlings have a solid amount of strength.
Right.
So you won.
I do a
constant.
5. Oh wait, no. It's a 5 plus 1. 6.
You have
I got a +1 from you.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's true. So this is going on. So yeah, 6 damage to
Okay.
Serger, and you're doing you did rooted, right? So you're
Oh yeah. So
hindering him
there's
as well?
hinder too. Sorry.
Okay.
There's a.
minus
he's.
1.
Yeah, -1.
Okay.
Nice.
Great. Top of the round. Who's next?
You can pass
Oh
it
yeah.
whoever you
'cause
want.
they've already gone.
Yeah.
Whoever you like.
Yeah.
Not Coda.
Hothead. You wanna?
Or do you want me to give Hothead boosts first?
Oh yeah. I guess we
Okay.
spoke.
Great.
Cool.
So at the start of my turn, I automatically turn the negative on him into a positive. No, sorry, that joke's just always like
It's
it's just right
such a
there.
solid joke.
Yeah.
It feels like it.
It is.
No, I'm just gonna pass out some more numbers because you are gonna lose your bonus at the end of the thing. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, but better this time because I rolled really poorly last time. I'm gonna roll really well this time. Is my
Use
plan.
your points.
Yes, I'll use my hero points. In fact, I've got I'll use a +2 on this. So I'm using up my +2. It'll go somewhere in one of these dice. I'll decide which one after I roll. So I am making 2 different boosts with my mid and 1 boost with my min. It's a green ability, and it's just always pays off. Fantastic. So I have a 6 and a 2. And I have a +2 that I can add to that 2 to make it 4. That seems real good. So I'm giving out 3 +2s. I'm going to give you a +2
Thank you.
Nice.
because I think. Do you have any other bonuses on you right now?
No. I don't know.
Maybe more?
I'm tempted to give you another +2, so that you have a +4, so that when you take your turn, you can like make sure to keep that real strong.
Right.
And you guys are killing it. So that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to give another one to you, and then I'm going to give a +2 to you
Okay,
because
cool.
you have strength in numbers. You're far better benefited from this blanket being real
Yep.
good. So I am precision, and you're blanket.
Right.
And that's great. I'll do that. And then here's the question. Do you want me to pass it to you, knowing that you have a +4 right now? If something later in the rounds happens, he could mess up your +4 that you
true.
have. And this is a 3, but I think you could do at least a 3 with a +4, if not
Oh,
better.
I should be able to do at least a 3.
And then it can't
So I
be
can roll
messed
twice.
up.
Yes, that's true. Trying to think of the tactically correct.
The other option I could do is I could pass it to them.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
But then what will happen is they almost certainly won't pass it to you.
Well, that's fine.
But then
because
somebody
we're on a +3. Do that because
Right.
then it's fine no matter what.
If they pass it to you, great. If they don't pass it to you, great.
Correct.
I will pass it specifically to the D4 stringling,
Okay.
the stringling brother.
All right. He's going to roll a hinder against Hothead.
Oh, great, sure.
Yeah. For a 1.
A 1.
-1. You have
Odds were good that it was going to be a -1.
You have a -1.
So
It could
interacts
at
with
most
so
get a
that- yeah,
minus
so
2.
It becomes a
Yeah.
+1
Correct.
instead, right?
Yep.
Right. Then he is going to pass it to the environment.
Yep, love it.
Yep. He's then going to pass it to Serger. Now,
And have those things acted?
yes, they have.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Now, Serger.
I've heard of him.
He says, "I grow tired of this. Face your past," and extends his hands, and strings shoot out, 2 strings from each hand into each of your hearts.
Oh, my heart!
Yeah. Right.
But I'm
It doesn't.
old. I have a heart
but it's
attack and
not-
die.
Yes, you have a heart attack and die. You find the world melting around you. It fades to white, and you see that you are once again in the loom, and the strings are flooding past you, but then you don't have a chance to go to the interface area of the loom. You are each sent to your own pasts.
All right, cool.
Yes. You don't have any of your minions. None of these are here. The scene tracker is paused for this. Riley, hothead, you find yourself in front of your family's burning house, and Serger is standing in front of you, saying, no matter what you do, you can't undo this. Coda, you're standing in a crumbling opera house, and standing on the stage, and saying, you will always be a failure. Floral Phantom, you are standing in a world of ash in front of a giant tree. Your nose stings from the heat of the planet, and says he says this is the world you created. And then standing in front of you, you're in a graveyard, and you glance around and you can see the graves of these 3 people and thousands of others, and says, no matter what you do, you will never help enough.
Rude.
Yes, very
Rude.
Real aggressive,
So yeah, that's his turn. Coda.
Sure.
Yeah. Any of the bonuses, penalties, etc. that you have, stay there.
They're just frozen.
They're just frozen over in
They're
that
just
other
frozen
bed.
in
So now I'm
the
just myself
in the
acting,
real
like,
world.
in a way.
Yes.
Question, is
Yes.
Coda or is Coda Evelyn Price?
Coda's Evelyn
Evelyn
Price
Cross.
in this
Or Evelyn
instance.
Cross. I don't know how I made
Cross.
up. I don't know how I made up that name. Evelyn
Yeah,
Cross.
right.
Cool. So
You're
back to-
Evelyn Cross right
Or
now.
are you Evelyn Price
on this
in
stage.
this one case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look around, and I mean, Serger is here. I know, and I've been in this situation before, and I know that it is
Right.
a lie sent here to oppress me, right? And so I am going to attempt to just reject this reality, and
Okay.
I want to
And substitute your own.
and substitute my own. Exactly right. I want to get back to
Reality?
the real reality.
Right.
gravity.
Oh,
Right.
goes gravity.
Exactly
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Exactly. Arm spaghetti.
You're right.
Arm
Yeah.
spaghetti indeed.
Right.
Yes.
So palms are sweaty.
That's what I've heard.
I am going to look around, and I want to use post-cognition to figure out why I am in this situation. Basically, I'm going to try to figure out the dynamic situation and reverse, using my psychic powers to eliminate it and get back to
Well, and also,
reality
like,
for real.
Serger uses post-cognition
Right,
to mess
exactly.
and do this. So you're
And
just
I've
like
got
opposing
similar
that
like
exact
powers like
thing.
that, exactly. So I will use the post-cognition and insight to try to do like an overcome action to do this.
Yeah.
Now, what is the status?
I mean, it's his
status.
same. It's red. Right?
Yeah.
Is it still red? Does
Yeah,
it
you're
come
still
Okay,
in red.
good.
You're,
I
you're in
didn't
the
know.
same scene. It's,
Right.
The scene
It was
tracker,
a little
scene
bit
tracker's paused.
Right.
Yes.
We're in the same scene.
But it still
Right.
counts. Okay.
Because this is all happening within an instant,
Right.
actually, but
Are these overcomes that we need to do?
I mean, you
get
have
out
to
of
decide.
That's
how
what
to
I'm
do it.
Decide.
wanting to
Just-
do.
He's doing an overcome.
Anything
Yeah.
is valid.
Yeah.
I mean, anything
Okay.
you do is valid.
Okay.
Yes.
Nobody in this room really has any, no human being in this actual physical room we're in has any experience with this kind of situation. So anything you could do is as valid as anything else.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Yeah.
try. I know I got powers that are relevant to, so that's what I'm going to try to do. And
Nice.
I got a 7 is my mid,
Great.
and so
Okay. Do you have a minor twist in mind?
no,
Okay.
I don't know enough about what's
About
going
what's
on.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
to like
Right. Yeah. So you can you see the walls when you like focus on them. They don't look like they're solid walls anymore. They look like they're made up of tiny threads. And so it looks like that you could potentially make your way through that and get back to the Nexus.
Great.
Yeah. So that's where you're at. The longer you stay here, the more oppressed you feel in your spirit.
Yeah.
So you're going to take your max die as a hinder for
Okay.
that.
So -3.
Yeah, so it's a -3.
Cool, cool, cool.
Rough.
Yeah.
Does
You're-
that just
that you're
normal
just-
cancel out the other ones ahead?
You're just a more. It doesn't go with the other ones. Like these are in another section.
This is in here.
It's a different
So it's
scene.
like a bucket.
Right.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. There's 2 buckets.
Yeah,
One
so
is
I've got my
real
bucket
world.
for over there for
Right.
Yeah.
for
So like
later.
this thing that's on the table isn't alive for
Right,
us,
yeah.
but it also isn't gone yet.
Right.
So
And then the ones that you had given me are in the bucket in reality.
Right.
This is the bucket of ones that are in like the
loom.
weird loom
Yep.
area. Cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
you can pass it wherever you want.
Go wherever you want.
I'm gonna see you deal with
Sure.
your fire.
Okay, so I think I would like to use an overcome to overcome the situation. Specifically using Principle of Chaos, if you'll allow this here.
Okay. Tell me how.
So we're back in this situation, and instinctually, normally, what I would do is go back to that moment, kind of freak out. Oh no, rush in! I've got to deal with this. Maybe I can change something. But instead, so I'm standing there. I feel the heat of the fire. My arms kind of glowing and getting warm and whatnot. And I just close my eyes. And the thing that I remember is the last moment I had with my brother, which when we were parting ways, he was very calm in that moment, and he just nodded and smiled, and it's okay. And so I just remember that and focus on that like maybe he knew something I didn't, maybe this is okay, and I just turn around and I walk away from Serger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you allow that to fall into Principle of Chaos? Because it's very against the grain of what I would have ever done in the past. In the past, I would have fought my way through, scratched, clung to
What's
this
your other
memory.
principle?
Principle of the Powerless, use your knowledge of the limitations of superpowers and
what's
an overcome.
the wording on Principle Chaos? On the
the-
principle.
yeah,
on the,
On this
ability,
one,
yeah.
it's overcome a situation in a way that's truly unpredictable and use your
Yeah.
max die.
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
And everybody gets a hero point.
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
I know, but like,
Well,
but it's
this-
in
If
there.
we're at the
So
point
7.
If
makes
we're,
me-
if we're at that point, considering the overcomes I was doing, we should all be at 3 hero points.
okay,
In total.
but it feels good inside.
All right,
Give
just
everybody
keep
a
track
hero
of it. You
point.
can tell how you work together.
Let's
Right.
work. Teamwork. This is fun.
So
No.
that's the situation
That's a real
that I
fun
want to
part.
do. I got to figure out how to make a dice pool out of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Qualities, it's not close combat, it's not acrobatics, it's not unwilling hero, so I'm just going to go with a D4, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We're in the red zone, so it's a D6. And then powers, I would make an argument for awareness. I would. It's
Yeah.
a D6,
Yes,
but like,
definitely.
okay. It's not leaping, it's not wall crawling.
Yeah,
it's
not the best die pool.
Fire, it's not, yeah, no, it's rough.
Walk
Yeah.
all the way. I'm gonna walk on in this
Dramatically walk
situation.
There you go.
Now I figure out how to roll
Better than
dice.
eleven.
That could have been way worse.
And you use
It's
your
a-
max die, so it's a
A
5.
3, a 4, and a 5, so yeah,
Yeah.
5.
Okay. Yeah, so you just have a minor twist for that, and you turn around and it is basically the reverse of what happened to you last time you were here. You feel like you walk into a forest and then back out into the loom, and you feel
You're just back there.
yeah, you're just back there. Do you have a minor twist?
I don't specifically. I had.
What about what's on that principle? The
Oh yeah. Good call. Minor twist. How did you fall in line in order to get something done?
I mean, that's kind of. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was
Because
gonna say
like,
that's
I mean,
the-
it's appropriate, but I'm not jogging a twist out of it.
Sure, because that's kind of what just happened to you. Is
Right.
instead of you going, no, run away. No, I'm not gonna like,
Right.
or I'm not gonna do this. You say, instead of being ruled by this
Yeah.
memory in this past, you're saying, no. This is what it was. I'm moving forward in time.
Right.
And so, like, in that way, you did an unpredictable thing, but not a chaotic thing. I could see that being, as a result, like, causing you some like in this time of you making this decision, it causes you some anguish or
Emotional distress.
right, that could be in the face of either a hinder or a damage, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with like a hinder, like like a small
sure.
hinder for the fact
I mean,
that like
yeah,
I
we'll
did the right
just
thing,
use
but I
your-
still had to walk
We'll
away
use
from
your,
it.
like
Max
any
hinder.
is the same. Mid or max is the same.
No,
so it's-
Yeah, because it's a 4 and a 5.
yeah, so
minus
you
two.
have -2.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
in the loom.
Yeah, like you're grieving for
the
your
loom.
family.
In the loom, I
In the
have a
loom.
-2.
Yeah, I essentially have a loom area and a reality area.
Yep.
Loom zone.
But I am back in.
You're in the loom.
You're
loom.
still in the loom.
Still in the loom.
You're
But
not in
you're
your
not in that
memories.
memory anymore.
But I'm
You're
in
the
the
big white
central
room.
area of
Like,
the loom.
oh, okay. So
And
You're still
Gotcha.
stuck in a memory.
And when you
Okay.
come back here, you can see, like, you just see the white emptiness ahead of you.
Yep.
You look to the sides, the strings get more dense, but you can see the figures of your friends in each of, like,
Stuck
on either
on
side of you.
cords.
Cool.
That they're not in the channel in the middle. They're out in the threads.
Okay.
Who's next?
You've already gone.
I have.
I mean, if either you have a preference or have something in mind, or
I have kind of an idea, but okay.
okay, yeah, go for it.
I think that the only thing that the thing that me, a scientist, a doctor, a person who's like, this is horrible for me. This is the thing I exactly fought against my entire life. I think I go up to it and touch the tree just to be like, what kind of tree is this? And I think probably in doing that, I'm like, this isn't real. Like, this isn't real. Things like this don't exist. This tree can't be real.
Right.
This is not a type of tree that I've ever seen before. And like,
Well,
I'm
you
impressive,
do
but
get-
I'm not crazy.
You get the feeling of like this is a tree that you designed, like basically in a lab.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I think that I'm just like, no, I wouldn't do this. Like, I now know, like, I wouldn't fail like that. Like, there are a lot of things that I'm not great at. I'm a little careless in a lot of ways.
so your lesson from don't have hubris is to have hubris.
Seems like the lesson
Good.
for
All
our
right.
fans
Nope.
can take from this.
Great,
Like,
solid.
there are a lot of things that I'm like really insecure about, especially when
Yeah.
it comes to like having the powers that I do and all that stuff. And like even if I'm like,
But no,
I think this will work out.
You were
I'm
like,
no.
no, I'm responsible with my science, and
Yeah.
I would know before I did something like
Yeah,
this.
like I am too ethical to have done something like this. I don't believe you, and like I guess the easy option is, and then I walk away, right? And it's like, let's see if it works. But either way, I'm like, no, this isn't real. I don't believe it. So, and
So what do you do? What's your action?
I guess I'm trying to figure out what in the scene I would want to do. Like, I punch through the tree. It's not a real tree. No, that doesn't really make sense. I don't think.
Give it
But-
life. Make it grow.
I mean,
Use
you could,
use your
yeah,
points or
you could do
you're
something like trying
no,
to control this tree.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Tear it in half.
No, actually, I'm gonna do the exact opposite. I'm gonna do the opposite of Miracle Grow. So Miracle like lets me like boost something, right? Like, but I mean that's what the actual action is. But the idea is that I make something grow bigger, and I'm gonna just be like, if it can grow, it can shrink. Like,
you
Yeah.
give
You
life.
can- I mean-
That's what it works. Like,
if it can grow, it can die. Like,
That's more like it. Yeah.
yeah.
There,
So I'm gonna.
that's the floral
yeah.
we know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can give it life so I can destroy
So
it.
I'm gonna use
do an
plants,
overcome for that. Yeah.
plant science, and I'm in the red zone.
And you're attempting to take the nutrients from the tree and put it back in the earth.
Yeah. And I roll a 3.
3. You want that major twist?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, you channel all of your power into this, and you feel the energy go from this tree down into the ground and spread. You see the grass, the flowers blooming. You see the life return to the world in a way that it definitely wouldn't if the world were drained of all
Kids
nutrients.
playing in the park now.
Right? Yeah, just
My
like
dad throws a baseball.
it's like you rewind Terminator and the explosion just comes back in. Yeah. But no, the world springs back to life, and you find yourself back in the nexus of the loom. You're standing next to Hothead, but you look down at your hand and you see your skin turn to a normal human color.
Gross.
And you cannot use your plant's ability for the rest of the session.
Whoa!
It's okay. I got part detachment still.
Wait, hold on though. Oh dear God, I just made this horrible. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not just her skin, like a little bit here. It's all of her skin.
Yes, all of your skin
She's
is
cured.
normal human color. Yeah, you're
cured.
I'm cured. That changes
as
a lot.
As far as you know.
Okay. Because that means that, like, I can't do part detachment then I would imagine. I'm not going to rip off my ear and grow a mushroom from it.
Well, maybe.
Okay. It's a risk I'm going to have to
like
take.
okay to
whatever
rip my arm
sense
off.
that whatever
I didn't
sense
rip it
that
off.
makes, like you lose your control over plants. Is
Okay.
what.
At least temporarily, who knows in the long run.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's next?
Um,
And
You're up,
Bespoke's the
Bespoke.
only one left, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
All right. You're standing in this graveyard.
I like the fact that these two are both like, no, I reject this reality and fight against it in some way.
Yeah.
Serger shows Bespoke these graves.
Yeah.
And all the other graves, is like, no matter what you do, you can't say enough.
Yeah.
And Bespoke just falls to his knees and he looks
Oh.
at these graves and he's like, well, you've really done it this time, old chap. Like, you're right. I can't save enough. Like, you are absolutely correct. I can save people and I can help people grow into what they can be, and I can give them the costumes and give them the tools and give them the nudge that they need to go out there in the world. But I've done this for years and I'll do this for years more, and in the long run, everyone's gonna die. I'm gonna fail everyone. I'm gonna do well by a few people and I'm gonna fail everyone else. And he's like, well, I'm not willing to give in though. If my options are fail everyone and do what I can, I'll do what I can. But like he is like shaken by this, and ultimately he pulls out the needle and just drops it in his hand, but drops his hand to the ground and drives it into the ground because he's like, I know what you're doing. This is a loom thing. I'm aware this is an illusion, but that doesn't mean it's not right. So I know I can dispel this illusion and return to the loom. Fine, I'll do that. But like something about my worldview is shattered in this moment. So I'm making an overcome to defeat the illusion using the knowing needle and my principle of peace, and that I am entirely nonviolent. I'm unwilling to fight.
Got a little misty there.
But he's
No, it's okay.
He's
given up.
I'm good. It didn't come out. It doesn't count.
Oh, it does.
nice. I rolled 3 3s.
Wow.
Oh, you know what that means?
No, it's perfect. So I succeed.
Yeah.
I succeed at returning the loom, but with a major
Yeah.
twist, and that's
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
I don't even know if I need one, and that I
Yeah.
already have one.
Right.
But do whatever you want.
Do you have one in mind?
I mean, the one that I have is that my character is shattered and his
Yeah,
worldview is
I mean,
broken. Like, I was doing that before the success.
Right. That's essentially where I was going with that.
like-
It's like everything. You're reevaluating literally every aspect of your life now. in this moment.
I would say that a very legitimate major twist would be
Yeah.
that, oh man, this is rough though. That when we get, presumably we're going to get out of the loom at some point.
Yeah.
When we are back in the real world, I cannot take the boost action.
Ooh. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So there's
That's legit.
There's my awful major twist, is that I can no longer help.
All right.
If you failed, I had a really cool story
Thank you
thing to give
for
you a
that.
boost
That's
to
a-
get you back out. But that works. Yeah,
I
that's
take the
rough.
boost action.
So 3 of you are there and Coda's the only one left. We're at
I
the
can
top
pass
of the
it-
order.
I can pass it to whoever I want.
Yeah.
I pass it to Hothead. You know how to do this. You've done it before. Coda did it for you
Yeah.
when you were stuck in the loom before.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm trying to think back to how we got out of the loom last time.
It was a really
I
long
mean-
time ago.
How you got out, not how.
There's 3 of us.
Right.
There's 3 of us here that are back here. One of us is not here.
How
How are you gonna
Oh,
do
Coda's still in. You're
Yep.
still
Yeah.
in your.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot you were still there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go up to Coda and do the same thing, like hand on the shoulder. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not like they're touching a string or
Yes.
anything, right?
Yeah.
We're all
touch-
grabbing.
we touch-
We are
Everyone's
touching the
strings,
strings from the
yes.
inside of the loom. Okay, fine. So hand on the shoulder, hand on the thread. So I'll do an overcome to get into the memory with Coda.
Yeah.
Pull Coda out, hopefully.
Right.
Not a great die pool. So awareness, D4 for my qualities because it's not close combat and it's not acrobatics.
Yeah.
And then we're in the red zone, so that's another D6.
Oh boy.
And
And I have a
And
minus
-2.
two.
Oh boy.
Oh jeez.
So like
Just roll really well.
we're just gonna hang out.
Just roll really well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you have? And,
Four
and
minus
this wasn't.
two.
This wasn't a principal. So yeah, you
No,
got a
no,
2.
It's just an overcome roll, so that's
Yeah.
a 2.
Okay.
But you could succeed.
You want the minor twist or the major twist?
I also have thoughts about how to get out, although I've got minuses as well.
Do you want the ability to get yourself out, or do you
Or
want
do you
to
want to do the
out?
major twist?
I'm fine with either.
I want to try to get us both out. I
You wanna
want
do
to
it?
like have like
Okay.
Yeah.
because it sort of makes sense for my
Yeah.
character things. I don't know. It's just what I was thinking about. But
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yes, that's
Yes.
fine. I'll
Curious to
I'll
see how it
fail
goes.
if you've got
Yeah.
a way you want to get us both
Yeah,
out. I love
had,
it.
I had
Let's
this
do
sort
it.
of thought because I was
So just pass it to.
yeah.
Yep.
So seeing now you came here, that even helps us a little bit more because I see that it's an illusion and I know it and I want to reject it and things like that. But I feel like you'll always like fail and everything is things that that Serger is saying, like they like resonated with the two of you. They also do very much with me because they know Serger knows how to
Yeah.
what to get at with you. And so I have in the past of real me had a lot of struggles with depression and things like that and
Yeah.
dealing with that problem. And I feel with Serger saying that stuff, I feel the danger of getting sucked back into that problem again.
Yeah.
Right, into that feeling again.
Right.
And I want to get out, go through those threads, get out and escape from it so that I don't get sucked back into
Yeah.
depression and things like that. So I am going to, this time, I'm going to still use my post-cognition and insight to try to get out of it, but I'm going to use my principle of self-preservation to try to
Yeah.
Yeah.
escape from the situation that's threatening to destroy me. So
Great.
let's see how that goes. And I'm going to use post-cognition and insight in the red zone. But this I have a -3. But I get to use my max die.
You have -3.
Yeah. I'm trying to, and hopefully if I can shatter this, I can get both of us out. That's
Yeah.
my goal. So, and my max is a 7.
So that's a success with the.
6 is a minor twist.
Success with minor twist?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you are able to pull both of you out. When you do that, her powers, like you essentially lost control of yourself going into this, and the jolt of bringing both of you back in causes your powers to flare up, and you burn his shoulder. Yeah.
It was 4, 6, 7.
Yeah,
Was the
4,
roll.
6, 7. Okay.
Just so you have those numbers.
Yeah, so you do 7 damage, and the shoulder of your costume is burned off, and you have a
Oh,
hand
cool.
a handprint
like,
burnt into your
Burned into my shoulder.
your shoulder. Yeah.
And your skin is exposed, which is notable only in that usually in your costume none of your
Right.
skin is exposed.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Yep. But you are all back in the Nexus.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Yep.
This book.
Is Serger here in the Nexus with us? Because Serger is in each of our individual memories. Is Serger here in the Nexus as well, or is it just the
He's
blank?
not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look around and say, well, let's finish what we came here to do. And I drive the knowing needle into the floor of the place we are.
And it fades again. You find yourself back here.
This boosts back up. Any of your
everything-
Loom exclusive things are gone.
It is as if almost no time has passed, like maybe a few seconds.
Yeah.
That all happened just boom. So, who is next?
So here's my question. So
You actually can
I was
take
saying,
an
I just
action.
did that.
Yeah.
Is there?
This is not an action.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's that doesn't take your whole turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I can take actions. However, at what cost? Does anybody have any negatives that are not?
I can't use plans.
Minus
That's
infinity
kind
of
of a
plants.
problem.
Kind of a negative.
Not a problem for me.
Yeah, you actually your skin is normal here too.
So I actually have a question
Yes.
about that because like like if I can't do plants, then I can't do camo because the camo came from my plants.
No, you specifically have lost access to your plant power that is called
Right.
plants that has a D12.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, it's just really hard because like it's all attached to like the one concept. So I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Any of your, the point is, you still can do the things you can do, but any of
Right.
your abilities that use the word plants in it, you can't use that ability. And when you're building a die pool, you can never use that die. You can use your
Right.
other dice, you can still do things, you just have lost access to that mechanical aspect of your character.
Right. Your hair is still green, or like underneath there. It doesn't change back. Your clothes don't fall off.
Yeah.
You're not just like suddenly.
But one way or
like-
another, you are changed or
Yeah.
changing,
Okay.
Yeah.
and that has ramifications.
Right.
Okay.
You just can't use that one power.
All right. So. Okay. Great. There's these golden threads that are all over the place in this place.
Yeah.
We're back here, and whereas the loom had the threads running from infinite past to reality, to future, to present, here in this room, the golden threads are just kind of like, yeah, they're just decoration, but also they're going every which way. They're all over. They're chaotic.
Yes.
And I am going to reach up and grab some of them, like seeing where they're going, and drive them down with the intent to wrap him up
Okay.
in these threads.
Okay.
So I'm building a hinder based on that move. And that's just a -1 hinder
Okay.
for him.
He already has a -1, so.
Now he's got 2 -1s.
Yep.
And that does heal me equal to my min die, but that is irrelevant because we haven't taken that much damage. The problem here is not physical damage, it's something far more palpable. All right, and with that, I'm going to pass it on to... oh, right, I pass it to him because he hasn't acted, Cathedral hasn't acted, Stranglings haven't acted. We have a good boost right now, and you're up, and you still have your 2+2s.
I do.
Yes, so I pass it to him.
Okay. So he is going to attack
Yep.
Floor Phantom. Yeah, names, you know. And yeah, he's going to pull on your past mistakes and use post-cognition and his yes, but. And he doesn't have. Oh, he only has 1 environmental thing right now. So.
Nobody has any environmental negatives right now.
Right.
There's 1.
But so he whips out the thread and it goes around your neck, and he's just like pulling it like that to do this attack. He hinders with his max die, which is a 9,
So it's
-2.
So
yeah.
it's a 7, so just a -2.
Yeah. And
Do you have
deals
those
you
bonuses that are there? Those gone.
These?
Yeah.
deals you mid
I haven't
damage,
used them.
which
These are
is
my hero
2.
Oh, I see.
Sorry.
I see.
That's
So it doesn't hurt that much. You're
keep
hindered a
it.
little bit, but as he's doing that, he's looking at you.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you ready to watch them die?"
Yes.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna react.
Yeah, do it, please.
When attacked for the first time in a scene, at close range, attack all close enemy targets, rolling a single camo die. So, I assume the stringling isn't close to me.
No.
No, but he is.
Yeah,
he's
no,
pretty
I know,
close
but okay, so it's 3
No
plus
other
the
Christians
3,
both.
right?
Yeah.
Plus what, 3? Oh, plus the 3, yes, minus
Yeah.
the 2 that he just gave you. So
Yeah.
that minus 2 hinder is used up, but you do 4 damage to him.
Nice.
Okay. He is going to give it to the environment.
The question is, I can only use 1 react, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Until
'cause
your
it
next
wouldn't-
turn comes around.
Yeah, because it
Right.
wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
You get 1 reaction per round.
Okay.
Refreshes at the start of your turn.
I could have chosen to like redirect that, but it wasn't enough damage. So
No.
that's fine.
Yeah.
This was better.
rolling more damage already.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So I'm actually going to roll the
Especially because you get
environment
boosted by the...
die pool.
So basically it gets you extra attacks if you get attacked, which is really sweet.
And the mid on that is a 3, so there are 3 more stringlings.
Great.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
as worried about that.
And Coda.
All right. So that goes away.
Yeah.
I'm now going to just attempt to do it again.
Yes.
So I get my reacts back, which is important for me.
You're
but then
right.
I'm
You
going to
haven't
try to
fought
just make people a bonus.
None of us have.
And I'm going to use awareness and insight to do insightful observation. 3d10s this time. I'm going to use both +2s.
Yes.
So this is +4.
Do you have any hero points?
I don't have any.
You used them
more.
all.
I've
Okay.
used
I'm
them
just
all.
making sure.
Yep.
You did.
I used my +1 and my +4 already. But
An 8.
an 8
Yeah.
and a 1. So an 8 is my mid, and then I have +4. So that's 12. So
Yep.
+4.
Yep. There
So
we go.
that is now +4. It's
Yep.
even better.
Yep.
And
Great.
who has gone this turn?
I have.
You have.
They have. These
And
two
that
have
is
not.
it.
We're the
Yeah.
ones-
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
This is not also.
Oh, pass it to the stringlings then. They can't. They can't
yeah.
pass it to
Yeah,
anybody
do it.
bad.
Yeah, correct.
Can all of them
Stringlings.
go? Or
No,
is it-
only the D4 can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 3 just spawned. So
Yeah.
This guy.
And it it is hindering Hothead for 3.
So
So
it's a -1.
So -1.
yeah.
So cancel that +1 I have.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hothead, take it away.
All right. I'm just gonna do attacky things. Yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. So I will use. How close are these stringlings to?
They're all on the wall. He's basically exactly where he was.
Okay.
Yeah. He's still in the same place. He's just kind of standing
Yeah.
there, throwing strings around,
It's not
monologuing.
Yeah, that guy's a big jerk.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can do eruption
Oh, yeah.
again
Yeah,
and like
do
just
it.
throw
Just
the
so
max there and
Yeah, yeah.
try
Yeah.
to do something there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll 2 max die sizes and 1 minimum die size, and then you're in good shape.
Yeah.
If you can just alter dice as you roll them, that would be ideal.
Great. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'll use my 2 hero points that I've got left.
Yeah.
That's good.
Awesome. A 1, 2, and a 3.
So now that we're back in reality, I've forgotten how to roll dice.
It's all right. So you take 1 damage. Like,
Which is ideal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
this is good.
So
This is good.
I'll take 1 damage. So this +2 and that 4. And that's it.
Yep.
yep. So you put the 2 and the 4 is 6. You put on the
Yep.
3 is a 9. 9's real solid.
Yep.
Yep. He's going to roll his remote viewing die to defend. So he blocks 3 of it and only boosts himself +1.
And then the 2 will go against the D4.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Right?
I
No?
wouldn't because the D4 has a very solid chance of surviving it. It only dies on a 1, and that means it just survives and it doesn't
you want me to
degrade on a 2, 3,
degrade it
4.
different?
You do it on
Okay.
a 6 because
This is going to degrade
If you
anyway.
if you
Yeah.
fail,
It'll degrade.
Right.
Yep, you're right.
It's a 4.
so it
So
degrades.
it
So that way
degrades.
at least you're making progress.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. And then Floral Phantom.
So
Yeah. Bring out the stack.
yeah.
Stacks on stacks on
First,
stacks.
it's Lil Pine. Lil Pine's gonna go against.
And you have a
He'll-
+4 to all these attacks.
Yeah, he's gonna go against. He'll go against one of the. Hang on, how many guys do I got here?
You want to just gain up on
On
Serger?
yeah.
Maybe.
Just like pile.
Do it.
Yeah.
When did
Okay,
it-
so he'll
I
go
don't think we
against
care about
Serger.
strangling.
No,
at
those
this
things
point.
are.
No.
I don't know what that was.
That's a 1.
Is a 1.
Okay, so that's
5
5,
damage to Serger.
and
He's out of his
then
react as well.
Yeah.
So you could just like have them all just duck down.
11 damage.
yeah, I can't see it. I'm rolling too far.
Okay.
And then 11 more damage.
No.
No, not 11. Sorry, 7.
7 more damage.
Whoa.
I'm looking at
okay.
this 8. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can't. So I mean I could use like part detachment to like slap him with my arm.
Why don't you boost your 6? Is
well,
that
actually,
plants or is that not
It's
plants?
I'm either going to create more minions or
No, I don't think you create more at this
Miracle Grow is
Is it plants?
Oh.
it's plants.
Okay, so you can't do that.
Well, yeah, no, actually this one's using part detachment.
Oh, nice.
Miracle
Yeah,
Grow
Miracle
part
Yeah, yeah,
Miracle
Yeah,
Grow's
so
part
take your
detachment.
D6 guy and make him beefy. Because you have one of those guys is a D6 guy.
Yeah, that's
Take
what
Little Pine and make him mighty.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
Pine.
Boost one of your minions using part detachment. You may also upgrade that minion to your max die size. Update it. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Part detachment and science.
Yeah. And you're in the red zone. Here to help. So your max die is a 5, so it becomes a D8 instead of a D6. That's great.
No, I thought it was my max die size.
Your max die size, which your max die is is a D8.
Oh, sorry.
It's exactly as the words max die are always used in this game. So it's a max die size, so it's a D8. Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
correct.
I was like,
Yeah, sorry.
So instead of being a D6, he's now a D8, which is great. And your mid die gives him a boost, which is a +1. So he's a D8 with a +1.
Cool.
In the past, your D12 has always performed really well
Yeah,
there. So you've
no,
gotten
I
D12s out of it?
I looked at it when Paul had moved it, and I was like,
okay.
that's an
Yeah,
8
I
right there.
Okay.
I squished it so that.
Don't scooch. No scooch!
Cool. So everyone's gone?
Everyone, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone, and thus
Top of
no
the
one is
order.
left.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
dies.
pass it to you.
Yeah. The do bespoke. Like this time, a good tactical thing. We go bespoke, Riley.
Well, he's not
Phantom.
gonna. Yeah.
That's true. You're not going to
So-
boost anything.
But
He-
he's gonna do some other stuff.
Are you gonna give it to me?
Yeah, you're gonna monologue or something.
So he had
Odds are
he had Floral Phantom by the neck.
Yeah.
And all of Floral Phantom's little friends came and blah 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 blah
Yeah.
attacked him, and so he probably like released her, and then
Yeah.
she like good job, and one of them was like, oh, I got bigger because I said
Right.
good job, and I.
I fed him my pinky.
Does anybody have any negatives on them right now?
No, I don't have any negatives.
Does he have any negatives? Oh, he has a +1 on him.
+1.
Perfect. I walk up to him, and he's been knocked back by her
Yeah.
having
Weird plant creatures.
right.
Yeah, he pushes them off,
And-
stumbles back, and hits the glass window, and it cracks.
Sure.
Like,
Cool.
Yeah.
So that happens, and when he like recovers from that,
Yeah.
I'm in his face,
Uh-huh.
and he's got this golden thread that he still has
Right.
all around him.
Yeah.
And I reach out with my needle and just sever the golden thread, turning his +1 into a -1.
well, so you can't sever the thread. You can change the,
Sure,
but like
sure,
these
so-
things
but,
are
like,
immune to each other.
That's
but
fine. So
yeah.
I touch the needle against the thread
Yeah.
and like push on its energies.
Yeah, but yes.
and it turns his +1 into a -1 because he's like, I've got this strength. I'm like, no. And it's like,
Yeah.
you are stuck in the past, and we are currently fighting in the present, and there's no room in the future for you. And I attack him.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to stab him with the knowing needle.
Wow.
I'm stabbing him with violence, and I get a +4 to this attack. I'm just taking a basic attack.
Wow.
It's my mid
Okay.
die. There you go.
Yeah.
My mid's a 5, so I do 9 damage to him.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, this would ordinarily like take him almost down. They had 1 hit point left, but
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, right. But when you stab him with that, you plunge it into his chest.
Yes.
Is that yeah? There is the thread. It looks like thread comes from the needle, and just like sparks all over his body, and you see the gold glint of his eyes just fade to nothing. So there's just black slits in the mask, and he just collapses, and the thimble and the thread roll out towards your feet.
I pick them up.
All right, you feel just this sudden surge of energy. Just a golden light bathes your entire body.
I turn into Beast.
You get the this from your fingers and toes.
I turn into Shrek.
Right. Yeah. No, but you have that same feeling as before, where you saw all of the cosmos flood into you.
Right.
This time it stays, and you can hold it.
And it's not overwhelming me. It's fully filling me, but it's not
Yes,
overwhelming me.
Right. And you feel as though you have a perfect perspective on time and mankind's relationship to it.
Great.
That's- Yeah. How do you guys all react to that?
Yeah, I pass it to. I assume initiative is.
Yes. Yeah. We're done with
How's
it.
the
Yeah.
structure
All
of
the
the-
stringlings.
Okay. So that's a fun
All the
thing.
stringlings collapse. Right.
And as the stringlings collapse, does the building begin to crumble?
it wobbles a bit, so as though
does
it's
it begin to
gonna-
crumble?
Yeah.
Does it begin to crumble and fall?
It sure does.
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I was wondering if it did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's not all at first because all this stuff's on here.
Right.
So like it's slow. You feel like have you been up in the arch How it feels you feel like that? It's like that.
But it's but getting more so.
Or like an earthquake. Yeah, sometimes we'll do that.
I want to reach out and the thread that I have and the needle that I have and just like coat the building in these solid lines of gold thread to solidify it. And I want to pull on the past because I have these thread now. I want to pull on the past and I want to put the building back. I want to put the floors back in the building. I want to put the structure back in the building. I want to put the roof back where it goes.
Yeah, you can just do that.
Great.
That is trivial for you with these things. Yeah, you don't have to roll for it.
I do it.
Very well.
I didn't. I rolled 3d12 and I got a 2 and a 3 and a 5. But then it's times 10.
Your major twist is you have completely forsaken humanity at this point.
That is true.
Yeah. It is replaced. You're still standing in this clock room, but it's just like pristine,
the gold threads come through, and the gold threads dissipate, and it's fine.
And it's as though nothing ever happened at this building. Yeah. Does anyone want to say anything?
Wow. I'm really tired. Like, Code is really tired because I've been up all night.
Right.
I haven't slept this whole time. Since like last 3 fights I
You've been through some things in that time.
I congratulate my minions, and then I think I try and use my plant power. I'm like,
you okay?
can
I'm
I still?
concerned about you.
You still can't.
Yeah.
Until the end of the session is.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is it gone? Is it gone because that guy, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like,
because you're trying to reabsorb your plants and you can't.
Yeah, like I can't do anything with them right now, and so I'm like, all right, let's go take a nap, kids. And a bird flies in, tries to pick up the pine cone, I kick it away.
Stop it.
You wrestle with the bird, it takes the head off. Can I, without pushing too much on infinite power, can I help her?
Yes, you can. You can restore her back to before this
So
happened.
It's like, I know that you've never been interested in the services that I provide. You have your own costume thing going, and that's fine. But I can put you back the way you were, or I can put you back the way you were.
Oh, that's really tough. Because there's a big part of me that was very, like, not into being a hero, and really, like, scared about my powers, and also, like, didn't think I could really function in my life before with them. And I think that that's gone. Like, I've done a lot of learning about, like, this is how my power works. Like, this is the thing I should be doing. This is how I can focus things. And I think probably, though we haven't talked about it publicly, probably Riley's given me some advice on, like, self-control stuff, because that's, like, a thing that I know my character was nervous about. Like, she just automatically reacts because her body does. And now I don't think she feels as scared of herself or of being a hero. So I think she wants to be a hero still. Give me my powers back, please.
I'm just going to put things back the way that they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And green starts spreading through your skin again.
Feels good.
I'm just putting things back the way they were in time.
Yeah.
I want to check on you.
Yes.
Oh, pacifist who just stabbed someone with a needle and killed them.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so I wanna walk over. Like, this is good. All this happened. You got your powers back. You're feeling better about life. We've saved Little Pine from the bird that was trying to run away.
That's really what matters.
Right. But I just want to. I walk over to you, and I'm just like. I don't even have words to describe what you must be going through. Like, are you okay?
I learned it from you, Riley. You showed me that being a hero is about self-sacrifice.
Ouch, not the direction I was expecting. Hold on. I take it all back. But that...
You're the strongest member of your whole family.
Ooh.
Because you're still alive and they're dead.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I'm good with this now. Thanks. Yeah.
True resilience.
Right.
You know, being alive.
Bleh. But I couldn't be who I am without you. So really, as far as all this team, who I am, my family, everything that dynasty that's been built, you've been there the whole way, and you've been. Oh, my brain really wants to be like, you've been the thread that held this.
Peyton City is, and I'll continue to be here for those who need me, but Peyton City is in very good hands now.
And like Avengers music starts playing.
Yeah, so you walk outside, and I assume you repaired the entire street and everything too. All that's gone.
Take a really long elevator ride down first.
Yeah.
Wait, 'cause the elevators are back. You can't just.
The police are waiting outside and give you a round of applause.
They're like, that was weird.
Yeah. I don't know what just
I think we
happened.
clap now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That is our story. Okay. So yeah, I'd like to go around and say just like what the next few months looks like for your character. Just give me just a little bit of where this leaves you, how you're feeling, and what sorts of things that you want to, what directions you want to take your character. Let's start with Coda.
Yeah, so this is a very interesting. I was thinking about how this affects Evelyn. So something that I said when I was doing the direct chats with Trevor between sessions and things like that is that Coda always has enjoyed working with a bunch of different groups of heroes.
Yeah.
And is like, I'm here for Peyton City, and I'm going to do good stuff for Peyton City, and so I don't feel like I have a specific team, or I'm not like looking for a specific team. But like this was one of the more like graduate to a new tier of being a hero and do stuff kind of adventures, I think, for Coda in a lot of ways. Where like this team and this particular set of circumstances is like quite a bit like power level up, and like consequences for the world up from stuff that I've dealt with before. And so I think that it actually creates a lot more tension for me between what I want to be doing with my normal life as Evelyn, where I'm a musician, and wanting to do hero stuff, because I've seen like how ridiculously huge and complicated bad things can happen. Right. And so it makes me feel like I need to be spending more time fixing the big stuff instead of like
because something small can snowball into something big very quickly.
Right. Instead of just working on the stuff that I want. So I think it actually winds up like in the short to medium term, at any rate, like I keep doing things, it makes my work-life balance worse, and I get less sleep.
Yeah. All right.
And so like that's definitely an effect that it has.
Yeah.
So
I like the idea that your character is that Coda is now, like before you were mostly Evelyn Cross and occasionally Coda, and now you're much closer to 50-50, if not like thumb on the Coda side of the scale.
Right.
And my question, like not that I have any right to ask questions, but I'm curious, like
anyone can ask questions. That's fine.
because I'm curious about like how much of a musician do you continue being? Like, does your musicianship suffer?
it does.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see where that goes in the long run.
Right.
I don't know how sustainable this shift is, and I'm curious.
Well,
I have to do something like more with Coda to see where this like develops.
Well, the thing that's interesting to me is that, like, for you to continue, like, it was fine for you to be the way you were up to this point because Evelyn Cross had a life, and Coda doesn't have a life. Coda isn't a person. Coda is a thing you are sometimes.
Yes, correct.
But if this is the way the scale is changing, then Coda has to be a person.
Right.
And that means Coda needs to make connections with people as Coda.
Right,
And you've started to do that now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Which is very interesting sort of dynamic. So I'm curious to see how sustainable this is and where it evolves in the future and where it sort of stabilizes.
So you had mentioned before that you have some guilt about some past events. Is that getting better as you become more okay with what you're doing now? Like,
not really.
Okay.
It's the thing that's making it worse.
Yeah.
So the reason why I keep why now I feel like I need to spend even more time as Coda is because of that guilt about past events.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
the only one in this that didn't really confront that specifically. Also,
Yes.
some other issues came up to
so
feel
both,
that.
Right, yeah.
both Coda and I, because Bespoke didn't deal with, like, dealt with fake versions of his past, but not his real past.
No, you dealt with some of your past since.
It's in my past since then.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's
And
still
I mean, that's still your past, but
right.
Yeah,
But like
Yeah.
yeah.
So you used to have some, and I like didn't like this. Just like made that thing worse. So it's interesting to see like if there's like in my mind if it's a comic book, Coda has a book that Coda is in doing stuff, and then other heroes come in and they do stuff.
ups,
And this is right. And this is an interesting team up episode that when it ends results in Coda having a lot of these kind of more guilt, worse work-life balance, like all these
Right.
issues kind of things that come out of this, and then I'm interested to see what that would turn into in the future. But
Yeah. All right,
Probably a drinking problem.
you can pick who goes next.
yeah. What happened? What do you do next?
So I was trying to think through this, and there's a part of me that, like, I know that she goes back to teaching. Like, she feels way more comfortable in her own skin. No pun intended, now that she's got her skin back. Like, she feels way more comfortable than she did before. So I know that she goes back to teaching. I think that she kind of engages with the humanity more, because that's actually a thing that she had been having problems with before this, is that she was really involved in her work and she was really involved in her activism, but she didn't have a lot of friends, and she like didn't go out drinking, didn't date, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is that the young folks do, she didn't do it. And
So you've overcorrected from 30 being really old to 30 being the young folks.
listen,
So do you,
time's made up.
so I have a question
Time is a
both,
social
both for you and for the GM. I guess this is related, and you would be the one who would know the most. Is Edward Serengeti, Professor Edward Serengeti, is he real in this timeline?
So
Oh.
Yes, yeah.
is he at your university?
He's not
Like-
at the university, no, but he's a real person, and he is someone that has done this over and over.
that's who Serger was.
Right, that's who
Oh,
was.
okay.
Serger was the
Yes.
was the professor.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. I didn't get
that's
that he
why
was there.
Professor
Okay.
Right.
Sergio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Searcher.
that's
Yeah.
the
good.
same guy.
Cool.
He was the one behind all this.
Yes, he's behind everything. He has done this over and over because you four have stopped him every time.
Yeah.
And so he's looking for a solution. And when he revealed that to me, because he said that, he's like, I've done this over and over. I've defeated you 100 times. I can do it again.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. There was this. I kept being fed blocks
Right.
of, like, okay, fine. There's a way to solve this that I would never do, but I was told that this is the way to take these things from him, because he can keep doing it as long as he can affect the past.
Yeah.
So I fixed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Anyway,
So yeah,
you go.
so I definitely start teaching again. I think I probably start engaging more with like my faculty and stuff. Like I start getting more out there, but in a societal way instead of I'm just like really passionate about these 5 causes or whatever. I actually am going out and doing stuff. I call up Sugar Skull. We go on a date. Like, and then
How does it go?
oh, it was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
You see some potential there?
Like, yeah, I think so. There's always the worry, like,
He's a healer, you know.
there's always the worry that 2 heroes getting together can be a problem, but
I
Try again.
She didn't feel good about it.
what? Try again!
Try again.
There's a boost.
I'm
Somebody
joking.
boost it. That was a better roll than the
Plus
last
2.
time you tried that.
+2.
Plus 2?
With
That's
minor
not,
twist.
Plus 2, so that's a 3. So you can have a good date, but there's a major twist.
I'm okay with that. I'm guessing that as 2 superheroes, it's that something catastrophic happens and we have to...
Shit has a terminal illness.
Oh my god! Wow. Well,
Maggie did have a really cute montage.
yeah, I'm
Going
gonna
on, and
be
then
shot at
you
him
have
again.
a walk to remember situation of all
Oh
things
my
ever.
god.
It starts off
The best movie
and
of-
ends with cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've been considering is that like she doesn't have a whole lot of family or anything, so there is the chance that she would be like, why do I need a secret identity? Like, I make plants, I do weird stuff, and like maybe she's just really open about it, and she's like, yeah, kids, look what I can do now. I kind of like that idea. There's like so much weird stuff that could happen there. Like she gets experimented on by the government, like all of these weird things,
I mean,
but I think that she's like, no, I'm just going to be myself.
Yeah.
And if sometimes that means I get
So you're
nervous and
just-
sprout a mushroom, that's fine.
You are doing away with the double life then.
I'm doing away with the double life.
Okay.
Floral Phantom doesn't exist anymore. It was kind of a silly name anyways. That's what she says.
I think people are still going to call you Floral Phantom.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But
Yeah. Who's next?
Hothead?
I think for Hothead, for Riley, this is still like, she's not exactly ready to like team up and fight crime all the time, but she very much has accepted this side of who she is. So I think that the manor, her family's manor is there, you know, it's been given to her in the will, all these things. So she still finds herself in Peyton City quite a bit. She comes back, she visits, she hangs out with, I don't remember your name, Floral Phantom name. Thank you. She, like, her and Abigail probably touch base every once in a while, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, kid? We're good? Everything good?
Have you invented a terrible tree yet?
Right.
Don't remind me.
Just checking.
Right. And so that's becoming more and more a part of who she is. She's embracing a little bit of that life again, but she still very much likes the life that she had built up for herself and you know, back home.
Right.
So she goes back home. I don't think that she finds herself like fighting in the ring and competing as much, because some of that was to try to balance out, you know, the feelings of that. But she still has her school that she's running, and, you know, doing all those kinds of things. But she does find herself putting on the costume every once in a while and going out and just, you know, seeing what she can do. Or she's there if somebody, you know, if she gets like a Coda, it's like, hey, you know, need help with this thing. She's back. She's there to help, that kind of a thing. So I think but she very much keeps the balance between the two. Like, no one knows that Riley's Hothead or vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think that her relationship with Bespoke probably changes quite a bit, because in the beginning it was... Yeah. In the beginning it was a little bit more, you know, there was a lot of tension there and whatnot. And I think at this point she looks at him again as like a close friend, a family friend. And I know she would be concerned about him after everything that happened, that, you know, he had to give up one of the, you know, very fibers of his being, as far as like, I don't kill, I don't this, whatever, to save people. And so I think that would be something
a single
that
attack action until he murdered someone.
right.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
and I think that that's a big thing that they would share, you know, a bit more of a connection than she would have with any of the other characters in that regard, of like, because her fear's always been like losing her sense of self. And how does she do that while bringing in the idea of the hero? And
That sort of Frodo Sam feeling of like, we've completed this together, but we've lost something along the way.
right.
And like, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of you is Frodo and which one of you is Sam? I guess you have to be Frodo, I guess.
No.
Well, I mean, if either of you is going to the Grey Havens, that's probably...
They actually both go to the Grey Havens.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam goes later, though. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Well, actually.
Okay.
He would be the Frodo and Jen would be the Sam.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Frodo is there to
Unfortunately,
support, or Sam was there to support
That's
Frodo
true.
Yep.
and to help Frodo on Frodo's journey.
Yep.
I'm a
you want
support
to-
character.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about what happens with Bespoke after?
So, turn the page of the comic book,
Yeah.
and you see the front of EB's Tailoring and Alteration, and EB's standing out front, and wearing he's got his sleeves rolled up, his jacket's off, sleeves rolled up, he's got a broom, and he's sweeping the front of the shop, just keeping the sidewalk clean. Walks back inside, takes down some orders, hems up some pants, and continues doing the same job, but also like cosmic temporal awareness now. Even more so, he's like, okay, like I definitely don't fight crime or anything. I engaged in it once because it seemed like a necessity thing, But now, especially, you can't just go playing with the threads of the past and the future. Like, that's way more dangerous than guarding it. So he sees his job as, like, his job before was to support heroes, to help them, and to be a part of the community. And he's like even more into that now, but also to make sure that this needle and this thread and this thimble are never that nobody can ever have them. But apparently he is concerned about the fact that from things that Ultraviolence said, apparently he's like unstuck from time now, and so he's like, well, there are worse jobs to have if you're going to be around for a while. And I think eventually he becomes this person who's like almost like an urban legend in superhero communities, where people are like, look, you can go to this little city in Nebraska, Peyton City. I mean, it's a pretty big city for Nebraska. It's a little city. And you can go and find this one tailoring and alteration shop and be like, I need a superhero outfit. And this guy's like, right, I thought you'd be coming here soon. Here it is. Good day.
I actually made this a long time ago.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Ready just in time.
Don't worry about when I made it. But I thought that it wasn't even me. Like, I'm just the hands that hold the tools.
Do you have you changed anything about the past?
No. So I think that it's really important to him that he doesn't. I think that at one point in time, you're like Hothead, you were saying that the two of us talk a lot, and I think that and I don't want to put this on your character, but I think that could happen is at some point you could be like when we get more like real with each other, because like you were always a little daggery towards me, which was very fair, right? And then as we get more honest, at some point you're like, but wait a minute, like maybe I don't know, one night you're drinking or something, you're like, why can't you just go back and fix it? Fix the fire, just fix that. And I'd be like, that's not your story. I can go down this line, like that's a part of your story, but I can go down this line and I can affect your story. That's their story. And that story ended. And like as we saw, change one little thing here, cascading consequences everywhere. So like part of my job is to make sure that that I don't make things worse. So I don't think he's about changing the past. I think he's very much about acknowledging and accepting the past and helping people as they grow forward based on the bad things that have happened to them, going forward in the right way. And I like to think that he hopefully has a hand in some people who have powers who could have gone either way, who like, I have these powers, and as a result, maybe I'll do something heroic, or maybe I'll do something villainous, and then he can maybe push them in a direction to make the right choices.
I like thematically the fact that you run an alteration shop, but the very thing you don't do is alter time.
Right? Not the thing that I'm powered to do the best. I don't alter that. I alter the people that live within those times.
Great. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I loved doing this. I had a great time. I hope you all did also. I don't care so much about how you feel about it. I hope the three of you did also. And yeah, we'll see if we do this again sometime.